10.
Oh shit.
It's supposed to get at least 100 or 200, but that's why you have to do it vertical. Otherwise, it's not going to get pushed.
Oh gosh. Well, we are live, and hopefully things are looking good.
Only people on PC are going to watch the damn vertical. We're
Really?
live on yours, maybe. Not on mine.
Really?
It says prepared stream.
Okay. All right.
Are we on your channel?
Yeah, I'm live on my channel.
I'll entertain your audience if you want to go outside and smoke. But yeah, I think you got to move them separate. Farther away.
I am not finna leave you with my small little
No, you're
audience.
going to leave me with your subscribers. They're going to learn
They
something.
gonna come on here and see a Trump flag and be like, "What the heck?"
They love that.
No,
You're going to subscribe right
no.
away. Oh, I got to go live on mine. Fuck, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. The reason it's not live is because I didn't go live yet. Okay, there we go. But they're way too close together, I think. Let me check. I think you did mine vertical again. We're going to find out, I guess. Hold on.
No,
If you did,
I know I pressed
if you
that.
did mine vertical again, I'm going to...
I know I pressed that button this time. And
Okay, we're in vertical. Yeah, we're on vertical.
okay.
Can you move yours like more in the middle? Because it's like halfway between the frame, you know? Dump
Well,
your photo in the middle of
okay.
mine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
What is the chat saying? Oh, look, it's American. What's up? American, you better subscribe to my chat. Euro and Travel. Euro and Travel. On Twitch.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Now we got 4 people in here already. You sure? Okay, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, but move it down. Move it down. You know what I'm saying?
Move it down
Put
like
your
this.
frame as my frame. Yeah. Put the top of yours. Put the top of mine next to yours, so it's symmetrical. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how our faces are on Discord? Your thing's right next to mine directly.
Yeah. Oh, you want it? Okay.
Put it down a little bit, just a little bit down. Yeah, there you go. Put it right inside of yours, right in the middle.
All right, gotcha. Pretty much.
You're trying to make me look gay or something, or just put us on. Well, you're doing horizontal, so that's okay. But for vertical, obviously, it would look best if you were on top and I was on bottom. Or actually, I'm not going to be bottom for you. You're going to be bottom for me. So I'll put you at the bottom.
we can do it that way too. I just want to make sure we were both in the middle. But if you
okay, I'm good. Put me on top and put you on the bottom.
Nah,
that's good. That would look better.
Since I got control, you know what we doing.
I'm not going to be the bottom for you. Then just forget it. Put it like it is.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let me set this up.
Put it like it is, because I ain't gonna be the bottom for you. There's no chance. Not in prison. Not now. Not never.
Come on now. That's prime real estate.
What's up, Bernio? What's up?
That's prime real estate, sir.
Prime real estate. Why does it look okay? Yeah. No, sir. Don't be doing that.
Prime real estate.
I can't even see you now on my screen. What's up, Bernio? Okay, no, I can see you. You can at least put it even if you're gonna do something like that. Okay, that's better. Yeah, there you go. That's cool.
Yeah, you seeing everything?
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, on mine it's delayed. Right. Bernio said good evening. He's streaming on Twitch. That's his chat. This is my chat.
Oh no, that's my YouTube chat.
We're here to debate the redistricting. So how many black districts do you think there should be in Alabama?
2.
You don't even know because you can't even do the math.
I think.
What if the math is 1.7? Should y'all get more extra districts or should you get less districts?
I think whatever is constitutional should be what is right.
Well, technically, districting based on race is unconstitutional, so...
That's not what that's not what it said. I mean, wait a second.
It's against the Civil Rights Act, is it not?
But that's what I'm saying. Districting based on race before this decision was unconstitutional also. That's my whole point here, is that districting based on race has always been unconstitutional. What Section 2 of the BRA did was make sure that there was proportional representation based on the population within a certain state. This is why the Supreme Court found it necessary to bring Section 2 up in the first place, because of things like Jim Crow. Back in Jim Crow, black people were like 50% of Mississippi, close to it. And we had no
They took it
representation.
to a federal court.
We had no
They took it to a
representation.
federal court.
We had how
This
many
went to a Supreme Court.
how many
They went
districts
to a Supreme Court.
how many
They
districts do
specifically
you
said
think
that
black people should
this is
have in
based on
Mississippi?
race. How many districts do I think? I think that you should have 1.6.
Okay, so if there was Republicans in the state of Mississippi interested in removing the only black representation in this state, would you be agreeance with it, or would you agree with it?
Well, an example would be Tennessee. The only Democrat seat they have in Tennessee is a black man. So what are they supposed to do? Just say we're not going to remove him because he's black?
No.
He's the only person that can get removed.
This is why I asked you in the previous
So
stream.
what are we going to do? What are we
familiar?
going to say? Oh, he's black. That's racist. And we're taking away black power.
Are you familiar with cracking when it comes to redistricting? Are you familiar with that term? Do you know what that does to communities?
You said it's based on race and it destroys communities'
No,
powers.
cracking is something that both Republicans and Democrats do, admittedly. But do you understand why that's extra bad when it comes to targeting black communities? Do you understand why that would be significantly
How are they targeting
worse?
black communities?
Memphis got broken up into 3 districts.
Okay.
That's
based on population and different politics.
no, it's not.
Memphis is vastly different.
If Memphis wasn't majority black,
What is it based on? How do they redistrict? What are the premises that they are legally allowed to district on? Can you please tell us? Do you know the premises that they're legally allowed to district on?
partisanship and
That's one of them.
and population, census data.
No, there's more than that.
Partisanship
Keep going.
and census data.
It's more than population and partisanship.
Census data.
What do you disagree with? You're still missing some, but what do you disagree with about that particularly?
The partisanship is, well, first of all, I've always disagreed with partisan gerrymandering. That's why I supported the bill that was introduced by Democrats years ago to ban partisan gerrymandering. Every Republican in Congress voted against that.
I disagree with gerrymandering too, but at the same time, this is not a racial thing that's going on here. Sometimes there's only one black guy,
Why are they
and they have to remove a
specifically?
Democrat.
So why are Republicans in the South specifically targeting black communities, black areas?
Well, the case with Tennessee, there's only one Democrat representative, and that representative happens to be a black man.
Okay, so if Mississippi,
But once again, are we just gonna say we're not gonna
let me
remove
give you
them?
another example. If Mississippi is 40% black, do you think there should be at least one majority black district in this state?
Yes, and also the thing with Alabama is also there's laws that are not related to that recent case that have passed that are. I would agree that some state laws in some ways in the South can be racist, but when it comes to the recent act, I forget what was the name of the recent one that was passed that said districting based on race is unconstitutional. That one was not racist. But I have seen some things done in Alabama and some other states that are definitely questionably racist, 100%. But as far as that recent court case that was done in Alabama, no, I don't think that was racist at all. The Supreme Court to decide
Okay, do you
that
think
about
do
Alabama.
you think it's unconstitutional to have majority black districts at all?
Majority black districts? Yeah,
Mhm.
it would be unconstitutional because there's no state in the country that has majority blacks. So yes.
So do you think the current map in Alabama is still unconstitutional because it still has one majority black district?
No, I thought you meant all majority black districts.
No, I'm asking, do you think having just one majority black district anywhere in this country is unconstitutional?
No.
So
If If you're only districting based on skin color, are you only districting based on skin color?
No, but
If you're only
no,
doing it because they're black, yes. If, if you're only
we are
doing it because
looking
they're
at the
black, yes.
overall population of the state and looking at the simple fact that black people make up 30 to 40% of that state. Now, regardless of if those black people choose to vote Republican or Democrat, those black people should have at least one majority stake in a district.
If they're not of a different political party and their communities aren't of a significant population size and they don't have significant communities of political interest or political boundaries in the compactness of the districts and whether or not the districts are physically connected, the congruentry. If it's for all those other reasons, then it would be constitutional. If it was because they're black, then it would be unconstitutional. You can't just give them a bunch of districts because they're black. That is unconstitutional. You can give them districts because they're black men with different opinions.
It's not giving them
or they're significant cities with population size.
It's not giving them a district. Do you understand that? I keep coming to Mississippi because this is what I'm most familiar about. Do you understand that a lot of black people live in the area of the Delta of the Mississippi? That's like a whole third of the state where a whole bunch of black people live. You're telling me that just because we say
they're not all Democrat, you don't get a Democrat district.
Yes, they're not. Exactly. That's my whole point. Is that they may not all be Democrat, but all of these black people in this northern part of the state deserve their own district. If they
can get the Republican districts,
if
they're Republican. If they're not Republican, they can't get them because the districting is we have 6 Democrat seats and 6 Republican seats. Why
does it matter if they?
That's another reason
wait a second.
why you have one.
Why does it matter if you think they might vote Republican or Democrat? You might assume that they might vote a certain way. Okay, but
because they voted for 6 Republican seats and 1 Democrat seat. That's why.
That's not the case. Different districts vote for different candidates. These congressional seats are not statewide. These congressional seats are not statewide elections. So everybody in the state didn't vote for all of these Congress members.
And they didn't because they already voted on what seats they're going to have or not because they voted in the midterm. They voted for it already.
Yes, and all I'm saying is if you have a high population of people taking up a whole section of the state, you're telling me that section of the state, if the population reaches the threshold to be its own district, should not be its own district.
It can be its own district, but it has to be shaped accordingly. The size has to be shaped accordingly.
Okay, so what if you notice that somebody is shaping this district up to include white people or people that are going to?
It doesn't matter about race.
Okay, that's why I'm changing.
It matters about political party.
Okay,
it matters about political party.
And that's exactly why I'm changing things. So if you know that this section of the state is liable to not vote the way that you like them to,
if you have 1 seat left you can give, and there's 2 neighborhoods, and one of them is all black. And they're both all black, and one's a Democrat. They're both Democrat neighborhoods, and they're all black. But one of the Democrat neighborhoods are next to a white Republican neighborhood. Are you going to district the 2 black neighborhoods by themselves? Or are you going to district 1 black neighborhood because you can only have 1 Democrat seat left? So it can be a black
seat. It depends on if they're in the same community.
Yeah, but one of the neighborhoods is next to a white Republican neighborhood.
Do you know normally?
See what I'm saying? It's not about race. It's about how many seats you have.
Are all of these neighborhoods in the same side of town? Are they in the same city? Because we're talking about congressional districts. Do you understand? Normally, normally you don't break up cities for congressional districts.
Yeah, but okay, a neighborhood can be in different cities right next to each other. What's your point?
You don't.
They got countries that are right next to each other.
Do you understand? Normally,
they got people in Canada that live right next to the American border. They see over into America. You realize how this stuff works, right? Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
border, not a
These city
congressional
and
district.
district borders can be just as close.
But
Any district borders can be just as close.
do you understand when we're drawing congressional districts, we don't usually set the borders within a metro area. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't. We
We
don't.
include
Okay.
cities. We make sure that
And not all neighborhoods are in
we make
metro
sure that
areas.
usually
Not all
because
cities are metro areas.
okay,
Your point's
I
invalid.
understand.
It doesn't even matter.
I understand
We can
that, but
just
what I'm
agree
saying,
to disagree.
usually, especially when it comes to congressional districts, we try to keep cities intact for reasons
So, what evidence of this do you have that this is a racial attack?
because they're targeting some of the blackest areas in the South. Every time that you
They're
see,
not targeting
oh,
them. You're
okay,
losing Democrat seats.
so
You didn't lose black seats. Wait, wait, wait. You didn't lose black seats.
riddle me
They
this,
told you have to take away one of your districts that are
riddle
Democrat.
me this,
They took away a black district. That's what
riddle me
happened.
this. Every time you see them redrawing a map, why does the only corrections come in black, highly black areas?
That's not true. And also, riddle me this: if that is true, then why the freak are you? Why the hell are we doing it based on the political party? Why is it always black Democrats? If it's based on race, why is it always black Democrats? It's never white. It's never black Republicans. You never see any black Republican areas being redistricted.
Because every
Because
black,
Republicans protect the black people.
that's not the
Because
case.
Republicans protect the black people.
Every black Republican
That's
politician was not elected by black people. Majority of their
Yes, but I'm talking about the
majority
black
of their
Republicans.
constituency
I'm talking
is
about
white.
the black Republicans.
That's why I'm telling you, the black Republicans that's been elected to office have a white constituency. They don't have
Not
a
if they're in
majority
the black area. Not if they're in Detroit. Not if they're in Detroit.
Show me a black Republican in Detroit
I'm sure there's been some of them before throughout history.
in elected office right now.
I'm sure there's been some before. And currently,
That's what I'm saying.
Detroit.
That's besides the point. What I'm saying is that
there's a Republican senator. John James is a black Republican representing the Detroit area. He's a U.S. representative. There you go.
a U.S.
He's the representative for Detroit.
Okay. Do you understand how you just disproved your point?
He's from Detroit and he's the representative for the state of
Do you
Michigan.
understand how you just disproved your point?
He's black and he's conservative.
But yet he's in a deep blue area.
He's a black conservative that got
Do you
votes from
do
majority
you
of black
understand
people.
how?
He got majority votes from blacks.
Do you understand?
He got majority votes
But
from
do
blacks.
you understand how they are making this impossible? This can happen in Detroit, but do you understand how they're making this?
Detroit is 80% black. He got his
Do
votes
you
from
understand
the black.
how they're making something like this impossible to happen in the South? Even if black people wanted to elect a conservative person, they're making it
Yes,
harder
because
to
when
do
a
so.
Democrat loses a seat, when a Democrat loses a district, that means that you guys we take away a district. We're not just going to take away districts from white people because there's no more white Democrats.
So why not?
There's no more white Democrats.
Why not just run a conservative candidate?
Democrat
Why not just run a conservative candidate in the blue district instead of just redrawing the maps?
Because that doesn't happen overnight, and we want to redistrict, and we want to bring back the districting that's constitutional, and not have the districting that's based on race.
Districting
Are
that's
you a
constitutional.
constitutionalist?
Am I a constitutionalist? No.
Okay, thank you for proving my point. You don't believe in the Constitution. Thank you for letting everyone know. But we got a super chat on my end. It says making election districts for black people gives the black people more voting power than the other people, making it racist.
That's a lie.
So Daniel would support that. He's all about racism. What about the white people in those black neighborhoods? They wouldn't be properly represented. What about the Mexicans in those black neighborhoods? They wouldn't be properly represented.
Are those Mexicans 40% of my state?
Why does that matter? They're in your district. They're not getting
Because
represented.
race doesn't matter, but population does, right?
It should be based on population.
Okay, so black people are 40% of the state.
but it's also just gerrymandering. It's also based on political interests.
Come on now, like
It's
let's be.
based on multiple things. It's
How
not based on one thing.
how? Wait a second.
If in Alabama
Let's
all the blacks are Republicans, then yes, there
let
should be
let's
more
go
blacks
down.
in Alabama. It
Let's
might be
go.
racist in Alabama. I don't know, but
Let's go
you're trying
down.
to do it based on race, and that's just not right.
Let's
And
go down a
how
little
is it
mental
right
test
to
real quick.
separate people based on race? Didn't you guys fight to get rid of segregation?
Let's go down a little mental test real quick. Why do you think black people lacked voting power before the VRA?
Before when?
Before the Voting Rights Act, why do you think black people lacked access to voting power?
Because of race.
I mean, what prevented black people from gaining access to political power before the VRA?
The race?
It was way more black people in Mississippi than it was today. How were they able to politically keep all of them black people under control before the Voting Rights Act?
I know what you're going to say, because of race and because of the Jim Crow Act. Is that what you want me to say?
Several different. Yes, you alluded to one, Jim Crow, which was like the polling test, and also gerrymandering. Do you understand that there was?
We're Jim Crow. We're Jim Crow. Y'all wanted Jim Crow back.
Do you understand what maps look like back?
Y'all wanted Jim Crow back because you want to separate yourselves.
Nobody wants Jim Crow back.
You want to separate yourself from the whites.
No, nobody wants Jim Crow back. You're just
it seems like you do. You want to separate yourself from the whites.
I don't want.
No, you seem like
I'm not interested in separating myself.
Okay,
from
then
the
stop
whites.
districting based on skin color.
How is that separating myself from the whites?
It's not my fault that
how is black people having representation in the congressional district?
Yeah,
racist?
They have representation based on political
how
party.
is that separating myself from the whites?
Party. There's one Democrat representative, one Democrat district allowed.
Wait a second. Do you even understand
the
partisan?
Only Democrats that are allowed are blacks.
Do you understand partisan gerrymandering is legal?
Democrats that are allowed are blacks. That is a special privilege. That's fucking privilege right there.
Do you understand partisan
There's
gerrymandering
no white Democrats that get represented.
Do you understand partisan gerrymandering is legal?
Yes. Do you understand that there's no white Democrats in Alabama?
Yes. Do you know why?
That means we don't get represented as Democrats.
Wait a second. And I think the last Democratic senator was a white guy. And he was just elected back.
You said last.
No, I think he was just elected in 2016. He was a Democratic white guy in Alabama. He was elected in either 2016 or 2020 or something like that.
No, it's six seats are Republicans. One seat is Democrats.
No, I'm talking about a senator that won.
Okay.
It was a senator. Yeah. Does Trump know the history of redlining and how black people were moved to certain areas? Yes.
That's not the district.
I know it's not redistricting, but it does apply because it did section us off to certain areas that made it easier to gerrymander later.
We're not moving y'all to areas. We ain't moving y'all to certain areas. You move yourself to certain areas.
Wait a second. You're making up arguments. You're pulling up arguments out of your ass.
Y'all
You're pulling up arguments out of your ass. Nobody said that.
No, he did in your comment section.
Yes.
It says DJ Pete. That's bullshit.
That is
bullshit.
You're getting
DJ.
emotional. You're getting emotional.
No, I'm just saying that's bullshit.
You're getting
emotional.
It's not BS. I'm being very clear.
It is BS. Who is moving black people into the hood? Black people.
Do you understand redlining?
What do wealthy black people do? When did go in the hood?
Answer this question. When did redlining originate?
Huh?
When did redlining originate?
What year specifically? What year exactly?
Yes.
I don't care. That was 70 years ago.
Okay.
60 years ago.
Do you know when redlining?
I'm not crying about
do you know when redlining
That's
ended?
over and done with. Redlining hasn't been around for 60 years. Stop streaming.
That's not the case. There's been evidence.
That is the case.
There's been evidence of redlining going back 20 years.
When?
20 years. There's been evidence of black people not getting the loans they should have to own homes going back 20 years. Well, just as
What?
recently
When?
as a
What
few years
specific
ago.
court case? What specific court case?
Court case.
Yeah, what court case? What's the Supreme Court decision? What are you talking
There was
about?
no Supreme Court decision.
So there's no evidence at all of what you're talking about.
No, there's been actual. You can look it up. I mean, I can pull it up too. I forgot them on stream. But yeah, there's been evidence of redlining going back at least 20 years. There's been evidence of freaking slavery.
Where's the court case? Where's the evidence? You make districts based on political population. Massachusetts is 49% conservative without one representative. That's conservative. Makes it based on race, stupid.
What you say?
Make districts based on political population. Massachusetts is 49% conservative without one single representative. That's conservative. To make it based on race is stupid.
You said
So
Massachusetts is 40% what?
49% conservative. We don't have a single
and what
representation.
data
That's
point?
racist. That's against the
What
white
data
man.
point
That
are
is
you using
against
for
the
that?
white man.
What data point are you using for that?
49% conservative.
What data point are you using for 49%?
What you mean is more? Is that what you're asking me for?
Yes. What data point are you using to say that
I'm reading
Massachusetts
this
is
from the super chat, so
49%?
maybe you can tell us.
Yeah. Because I need to know exactly what you're talking about.
If you want a data point for them being 49% Republican, 40%. But they don't have nothing but one representative.
Okay.
They don't have one representative. Either.
Okay,
They don't even have one.
Wait a
fucking
second. Do
representative.
you realize that's more than folks in Mississippi have? We're 40% black down here, and they're talking about removing the last district that we have to represent us.
They're talking about it.
They are
Okay,
they are actually going to do it.
They're against us.
But at least Massachusetts has one conservative district that nobody is talking about removing. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference here?
District. Massachusetts has no conservative districts.
Okay, it says registered Republicans are only 8 to 11% of voters. They're not 49% conservative.
40%. Massachusetts.
Registered Republicans are only 8 to 11% of voters. This is coming from the Independent Voter Project.
Let's see. I'll see what I can tell you. USA Facts. How many voters are political parties? 43% of registered voters have declared. Let's see. Is this talk about the state or no?
No, it's not.
Massachusetts.
From what I can tell, Massachusetts is 67% independent, 24.67% Democratic, and 8% Republican.
Maybe time put his sources for it. Let me see. What's your source time?
This is what I'm saying. He needs to stop getting his sources from Facebook Reels and memes.
Well, whatever source you told me, that's not even a legitimate source either.
Okay, I can pull up another one. That's nothing.
Let's see.
Should I pull up another one? I got NPR over here too.
No, independent isn't even. You can't even vote independent because there's no independent politicians.
They are registered independents. You understand?
Yes, but they don't vote.
Do you understand if a state like Massachusetts is 40% Republican, if state like Massachusetts is 49% or 40% Republican, at least 20% should be registered, right?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter all of a sudden. Oh, okay.
We don't count. All we count is Democrat versus Republican. Okay, there is 1.2 million registered Democrats, and there's 430,000 registered Republicans. I don't think that's 40%.
No, it's not.
So I don't know where he got that from, but that's not true.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to include the entire population of the state. Like, I don't know where you conservatives get your information from. It's crazy.
That was was from him. That wasn't from me. That was from his super.
Hey, you ran with it for a second.
I don't know. It
real?
sounded pretty legit. But I didn't know if it was real or not.
You ran with it for a second. Yeah, you did.
Fuck off. I didn't get from Reels. He told you to fuck off. I didn't get it from Reels. I don't watch Reels.
He triggered now. He stayed triggered in that Discord.
You fucking racist.
I'm not racist. I just trigger y'all white folks.
That's what he said. You ain't triggering no white folks.
I stay triggering y'all.
So just the smell of a white man triggers you. You ain't triggering no white folks.
Okay. But
just the sound of a white man's voice triggers you.
But yeah.
You can't even turn on the TV without getting triggered.
Okay, if you say so.
But the point is, there's plenty of other districts that are. I mean, undoubtedly, there's plenty of other states that are unfairly district, but that's because it's political population size.
Oh, okay. I would love to go over them with you, but it seems like only one party is against partisan gerrymandering, and that's the Democratic Party.
Are you sure about that?
Your party seems to love partisan gerrymandering. So, and can we talk about have you heard those recent statements from Trump? Like, he said that he doesn't care about the financial situation of Americans. Did you hear that?
I didn't watch anything about that. I didn't see anything about that.
I know you heard about it. I know you heard about it.
Did you hear about the fact that in California, they're still letting women in men's sports and women are being sexually harassed and terrified? You think that's acceptable of your Democrat Party? You think that's all fine and dandy?
That's a wild thing.
One woman put on the news and said she was raped by a man that was playing in women's sports.
What's up with you conservatives?
What's up with you Democrats?
Don't try to run past that. What's up with you and what's up with you conservatives and the LGBT community? I mean, I know you heard. I know you heard that revelation about your boy Chud the Builder. I'm waiting.
Maryland has fought against redistricting and gerrymandering, and they're Republicans.
I'm waiting for your Chud the Builder moment. I'm waiting for your Chud the Builder moment. That's what I'm waiting for.
You didn't see my Chud the Builder moment already?
No, I'm waiting for your Chud.
I got accused of saying some racist stuff. Did you see that video?
No, I'm waiting for some pictures to come out the woodwork of you in a butterfly suit and some
those are fake of Chud the Builder.
Those are not fake.
AI.
One of his ex. Did
you hear about Chud the Builder getting shot today?
Yeah. Well, he didn't get shot. He shot somebody.
He shot himself, too, because he's dumb.
Well, he grazed himself.
He grazed himself.
Like a snowflake.
Why do you think it's bad, though? All he does is put his let's not say the N-word on here, preferably, because we're both on YouTube, and it... But, obviously, when he points a camera, he just points a camera at a black man's face, and then when they start overreacting, they say, "Get that fucking camera out of my face, white boy! Get that fucking camera out of my face, white boy!" And then he tells them stop chimping out.
You and every other Republican that enjoys that stuff. Yeah, he got what he deserved, and everybody else is going to get what they deserve.
He did self-defense. That guy might be dead. Is he dead? Is the black guy dead?
I don't know. I mean, it was some news. It was some news coming out that he
got what he deserved, I guess.
Nah. What I'm saying,
he tried to attack a white boy. You heard what happened, right?
What happened?
He was coming out of court. He had his firearm on him. The black guy came up to him and said, "If you tell me that I'm chimping out, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you." And then he said, "Why are you chimping?" And then
I'm sorry, that's funny. That is.
And
funny.
Then the black dude beat him up.
The
black dude beat the shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie on that. The black dude was way bigger than him. He was a built motherfucker. He was like 6'4", and he had like giant biceps, and he took down Chud pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. And then Chud pulled out his firearm and did what he did to the dude.
Oh, Lord.
And they both got wheeled away in hospital beds, I guess.
Well, as he should. He should have handled that situation like he should have. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I don't promote violence or anything like that. What would you do
if someone said that? What if someone said that? What if a white guy walked up to you, you were coming out of court, they said, "Call me a cracker right now, I dare you." What would you do?
I call,
I,
uh,
you would call him a cracker. So then when he swings on you and you pull out your firearm, that's fair, isn't it?
I don't believe in using slurs. We out here in the public space. I don't know who watching me. If there's any sponsors out there, I don't believe in
Well,
using
YouTube
slurs.
doesn't
And
consider that
I'm
word
talking about if
a
there's
slur.
any future sponsors out there, if y'all interested in sponsoring me, I don't believe in using slurs at any given moment. I am a good person. I am
Yeah.
morally sound.
The black community definitely doesn't use a certain slur, like an N-word slur. They definitely don't use
Hey,
that.
you mind your business. You too worried about what's going on over here in the black community. That's what's wrong with y'all conservative white
I'm
boys.
not worried about it
Y'all
at
too
all, but
worried
I'm
about
just
what's going
saying.
on in the black community. That's the only thing y'all worried about. Y'all worried about trans.
No, I ain't worried about that
Y'all
at
worried
all.
about trans issues and
I'm
what's
watching
going
the
on in the
Jews.
black community. That's
The
all.
Jews.
And I know you.
Euro. If
And
Massachusetts
I like
isn't
the way you ran.
40%
I like the
conservative,
way you ran around the rest of that Shut the Building news with him taking them little things up the behind and all that. I know you
who's
heard about
taking?
that.
You know who Jovan is? He's a black man that loves to brag about taking things up behind him.
But
He's a black man. He's a leftist. He's a Democrat. He's a YouTube streamer. You
Is
watch him and you
Jovan a
like his
conservative?
cat ears. You like that debate.
Is Jovan a conservative?
No, he's a Democrat.
Okay,
He's
so
black. He's just like you. He's a Democrat. He likes taking it up the butt. So
wait a second.
Democrats
He
are known
dresses
to
like
hang
me.
out with gays. Huh?
I do think Jovan is a great debater for what he does.
He's
You know,
not a
for
great debater, but he would like to kiss you if you
no,
wanted to do
I'm good
so.
on
With
that.
consent, of course.
I'm a straight individual, but he did pretty much crush you in the debate that you had with him.
He lost. He's begging me to respond on his YouTube daily now. He's like, please respond. Then we
That
can have another debate.
you did not
Maybe.
win any type of debate,
Maybe.
and you brought that
I
poor
won every debate, just
brought
like that last Iranian debate that we had. You got crushed.
you brought that
You
poor
left
old
running.
man
You
on
left
there.
running.
You,
You left running the
no, I
last debate
didn't.
we had.
You brought that poor old
But
man
let's
on there
correct
with
something
you
real
just to
quick,
get
real quick.
crushed.
Time on my side dropped a $5 super chat. He said, Euro, if Massachusetts isn't 40% conservative, why did they receive 30? Why did they vote for Trump? 36% of the vote was for Trump. I just rounded up.
36.
Django.
Wait a second. Do you believe that's an indication of the entire population of the state? The way that people
That's
voted?
36% of the voters.
Do you understand?
That's 36% of
the
the voters.
But do you understand that
Time on my side said you called him mayonnaise, which is racist term used for white people, not knowing I'm not white.
Wait. First of all, let me clarify. I called him a mayonnaise citizen. Second of all, he's
he's not even white, and you called him a mayonnaise citizen.
He's pale?
I thought you don't use any slurs.
That is a very funny term. That is not a slur. But what I'm saying is...
Okay, I will give it to you. It is funny, but it's definitely racist, but I'll give you a pass because I think it's funny.
But what I'm saying is that this is why I think that guy is low IQ, because he's trying to use a voter tally as a way to read the population of the entire state. He's completely missing the reason why we do all of this and use the census data for it. Like, come on now. You're smarter than this.
He said Django is a liar. He called Euro a skinny white boy. You called me a skinny white boy. And then you got raged after I told you called me a skinny white boy.
I'm sorry. Am I wrong?
Yes, you're wrong.
Okay.
Yes, you're wrong.
I guess I'm blind.
He apologized.
Okay.
Someone said the Muslim Brotherhood. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
And you believe trans? You would do it with the trans woman?
No. I am married. I have no interest in all that debauchery that you and your conservative white brothers do.
Debauchery? Who's the ones that promote trans?
I mean,
maybe
Chud the Builder promotes it in his spare time, because from what I'm hearing,
maybe he did do something with trans. I don't know.
From what I'm hearing,
I think that's bullshit.
It sounded like you was a fan a few minutes ago.
I'm not a fan of him, but I don't think he's racist.
Okay, it sounded like you was fan.
I don't think he's racist.
So a white person going around calling black folks the N-word is not racist?
It's not inherently racist, no.
Why?
Because if you're not using it in a derogatory manner.
So using the N word and saying chipping out afterwards is not a derogatory manner.
Oh, the chipping out stuff, yeah, is for sure. But is that not true?
He uses it in the same sentence. So would you consider that a derogatory sentence?
I think it's truthful. I don't think he doesn't call it. He doesn't call them.
This is
It is
the shit
derogatory. It's
that
derogatory. Yes, it's
this is
derogatory.
crazy. That's what I'm
He
saying.
calls it to them after they act like it, but it's not racist.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Okay.
racist, but it's derogatory. Sure, it's prejudice probably.
Prejudice.
Tom on my
Okay.
side says yes. Mayo, mayonnaise, variations like mayo monkey or mayonnaise face are considered derogatory slang or ethnic slurs directed at white people.
Did he
Stop
really
the
put
cap,
that in a
Django.
did he really
Stop
put
the
that in
cap.
the AI bot? And I know
Stop the
that
cap.
sounds like an AI summary. Did he really put that term in AI? Oh my god. Y'all guys are hilarious. I have to admit.
Someone
Y'all
dropped another $10 super chat. They said Donald Trump signed a total of 220 executive orders during his first term from January 2017 to January
Lord have
2021. As of 2025, 72% of them, 33% have been revoked by a successor, Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. That's why the country went to fucking shit. That's why we saw 9.1% inflation. And now we see inflation under 4%.
inflation only wait a
9.1%.
second. Do you
If you
understand
average Biden's inflation together, Biden's average inflation was
what was the
7%.
inflation? What was the
7.5%.
inflation rate by the time Biden left office?
The inflation rate was higher than it is now.
What was
My yearly average.
What was the inflation rate compared to when Biden came in to compare it to when he left office?
When Biden came in, inflation was, I think, I don't know, 2 or 3%.
I know at the peak of Biden's term, inflation was like at what, 8? Maybe
9.
9?
9.
Okay, so the inflation rate at the peak of the Biden
When
term.
Trump left office, inflation was 1.4%.
I'm not talking about Trump's first term. I'm talking about, okay, at the peak of Biden's term. At the peak.
9.1%.
Okay.
Trump left.
No,
Biden
wait a second. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. I'm trying to lead you down a logical track.
No, I'm trying to lead you down to a logical place.
Oh, okay.
Trump left Biden with 1.4% inflation, and Biden fucked it up and had an average
okay,
inflation of
let's talk about how he fucked it up, okay? So, the peak in the Biden term was 9%, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what year was that when it was at 9%?
2023.
Okay, in 2024, what was the inflation rate?
Actually, I think it was in 2022, but in 2024, inflation rate was bullshit. Inflation rate was 3.2%.
Okay, so it went from 9 to 3.2. Do you know why?
Because he reopened the government.
Because of the Inflation Reduction Act.
No, the Inflation Reduction Act spent even more money. What happens when you spend money? Inflation happens when you spend money.
Okay, you can yell and scream all you want to. When was the Inflation Reduction Act passed?
Another year.
Huh?
What happens when you spend more money? Does inflation go up or does it go down?
When was the Inflation Reduction Act passed?
I don't know. I think in 2022.
Did inflation go up or down after it passed? Answer the question.
After it passed, the
answer the question. No, answer the question.
It was passed after the economy
you're being sneaky now. After be a grown man.
It continued to go up.
After the Inflation Reduction Act.
Continue to have inflation.
No, the calendar year after the Inflation Reduction Act passed. Did it go down or up? A calendar year afterwards.
Well, inflation was going to go down no matter what.
But you said the Inflation Reduction Act increased inflation.
Yeah, it did.
How?
Inflation would have gone down more.
Oh, how?
Because what's
Where's your proof?
economics? What happens to the economy when you spend more money that's not creating jobs? What
So
happens to the
wait a
economy?
second.
What happens to the economy when you
Wait a
spend more money
second.
that's not
So
creating jobs?
let me
What happens when you print
let
more money?
let me
Does
wrap.
inflation go up
Hold
or does
on.
inflation go down?
Let me wrap
This
my
is simple
let
economics.
me
Just
wrap my
answer the
head.
question.
Let
Stop pivot.
Yes,
Stop
yes. When you
pivoting.
spend more money,
Stop pivoting.
yes, when you spend more money, inflation goes up. But that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing the Inflation Reduction Act passed. Everybody said that this would decrease inflation. Once it passed, inflation went down. But you're telling me somehow it still increased
Inflation was
inflation?
going to go down no matter what because Joe Biden finally opened up the country. Do you understand when the country and the economy reopens, inflation goes down? Does that make any sense to you? Do you understand economics in any
So
shape or
inflation
form?
went down during Biden's term, is what you're saying.
Inflation went down in every country around the globe as soon as they
Where
reopened.
did it go
You
down
understand
faster
that?
in America? Do you want to look
No,
that up too?
America was not down in the top 10.
Yes, it was.
We weren't even in the top 10
Inflation
lowest inflation rates.
world inflation recovery rates.
We were not in recovery or inflation rates.
World
Recovery
inflation.
rates or inflation?
World inflation. No, you beg the question. Who recovered from inflation faster, America or the rest of the world?
I said inflation rates. Biden had high inflation rates. It was not in the top 10 lowest. We did not have in the top 10 lowest inflation rates. I don't
Yes,
care
we
about
did.
recovery.
In 2024,
We had the fastest recovery, but we didn't have the lowest inflation rates.
In 2024, towards the end of Biden's term,
we had the fastest recovery because we're America.
In 2024, towards the end of Biden's term, the inflation rate globally was at 5 or 6%. Do you know where it was in America in 2024?
It went down significantly, 2 or 3%.
America handled inflation better than any other country in the world.
Yes, but we had higher inflation than any other country. For the most part,
that's not the case.
Yes, it is. We were one of the worst ones managing inflation levels.
Inflation peaked globally at 10% in 2022.
It didn't. Some countries had 300% inflation.
Of course they did.
But America, there was at least 20 countries that had inflation that was like under 3%.
So you're aware
there was 20 countries that had inflation under 3%. So no, we did not do the best.
You're running into another trap. You're running into another trap. So you're aware that inflation affected the whole world, not just America, right?
Yes, and we were one of the highest levels. We were up there in some of the higher levels.
No, you just said there was countries with 300%.
Yeah, I said we weren't the highest, but we were up there. We weren't doing very good.
We was one of the best countries in the world at handling inflation.
No, we were not we weren't even number top 10.
Show me a statistic saying that we was the worst in the world at handling
lowest
inflation.
We weren't the worst. We weren't the worst. Lowest I can give you lowest inflation rates.
Yes, lowest. That's a good thing.
We weren't in that list. That's what I'm telling you. We weren't in that list. We rank somewhere around 10 to 20, somewhere around there.
And that's not good. Do you know how many countries are on the planet?
No, that's not good. We're supposed to be number 1. That's horrible.
Wait a second. Do you understand how many countries are on the planet?
It's not good when we do worse than China.
Top 20 compared to 600?
It's not good when we do worse than China. It's not good when we do worse than Indonesia. It's not good when we do worse than Saudi Arabia. It's not good when we do worse than Japan. It's not good when wait a second.
Do you understand? We still handle inflation amongst the best in this world while handing out checks to its citizens.
There was third world countries that were doing better than us that didn't need checks for their citizens.
Okay, but do you understand that was Donald Trump's decision?
Trump gave out 1 stimulus. Biden gave out 2.
He gave out multiple checks. He put his name on it.
No, he gave out 1 check. You can Google it.
So you're telling me by the time he sent out the first checks, he wasn't promising another round of checks before he left that White House?
Yes, but who finalized it? Who authorized it? Joe Biden. So he sent out the checks.
Because the guy before him already made the promise.
He doesn't have to keep
So
another man's
so wait a
promise.
second. Do you think sending checks out to
And then why did Biden send
do
one
you-
after that too?
he did.
Yeah, exactly. So he kept sending them. That
Okay,
was a promise.
but do you think setting the standard of sending checks to every American citizen of age is inflationary?
Bolivia did fucking better than us.
And
Literally, South America did better than us. The Middle East did better than us. Asia did better than us. And you're gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me, America did fantastic during
you
inflation.
realize you're naming continents, not countries.
Yeah, I know.
So you're not naming these continents
Asia
are
did better than us.
no. I'm just
South America did better than us.
But you're saying you moved the argument from the Inflation Reduction Act increased inflation. There's no proof of that. Then you said that spending money.
There is proof of that.
Okay,
It's basic economics. You already
okay.
agreed to it.
So do you
already
do you
conceded.
agree those Trump checks were inflationary?
The Trump checks? No.
How?
Let me read some of these super chats. They were inflationary, sure. But let me read some of these super chats because these people have been waiting a long time and they dropped a $10 one. Joe Biden total cumulative inflation during his 4-year term was over 17%. That's bullshit. It was over 100%, if you ask me. The real numbers. The real numbers.
It wasn't.
To nearly 20% by various estimates, with food, shelter, and energy prices rising significantly.
That's not the case either. Biden's peak was at 9.
No, he's talking about all 4 years added together.
You don't add inflation percentages
That's
together.
what
That's
a
not how you do
cumulative-
things.
That's
What
a
low
cumulative
IQ
inflation
people
rate
are
is.
sending
Do
you super
understand-
checks?
You
Well,
understand
if they're
what
sending
he
you super
means
checks,
by
I
a
understand.
Total cumulative inflation for 4 years. Do you understand what that means?
If they're sending you
Apparently
super checks,
not.
I understand.
Do you not understand what a total cumulative inflation during his 4-year term means?
What? Repeat that.
A cumulative inflation during his 4-year term was over 17% to nearly 20%.
You don't add, but do you understand?
Yes,
if
you do.
if you're trying,
studies that do this all the time.
you don't add up all. You don't add up all percentages.
That's how you accurately compare
No, you don't.
price increases per
Don't-
president.
No, it
Yes,
don't.
is.
No, you don't.
You're not a professional. You don't run the analytics on this, so it's not up to you. They already run studies like this, so that's, the fact they run studies on it is all you need to know, I guess.
What was the peak inflation under Biden's term?
We said this like 5 times.
Yes,
by now.
I want to make sure that everybody understands this. What was the peak inflation under Biden's term?
9.1%.
And after the Inflation Reduction Act, it started to go down, right?
Yes, because the country reopened. After you close the country for 2 years and you reopen it, it doesn't matter about the Inflation Reduction Act. Every single country, inflation started to go down at the exact same time. The rest of the world's inflation started to go down. This is the
wait a
stupidest
second.
fucking
America
point
didn't open.
I've ever heard.
America didn't open back up till 2023.
No, that's not what I said.
You said that it opened back up, so you're making the
Inflation
accusation
started
that America
It
opened back
in
up.
2022. It fully opened in 2023, technically. There were still some restrictions until early 2023.
So by that logic, you're saying that Biden didn't cause inflation, COVID did, right?
Why do we use California's
Answer-
high-ass gas
Answer the
prices as
question.
part of our-
You're not saying
part of
Biden
our
caused.
gas average?
At the end of the day, you're not saying Biden caused inflation. You're saying COVID did, right?
No, Biden added to it.
How?
But COVID created it, sure. But Biden made it go way worse. He
How?
mismanaged the country.
In
How
what
did he
way?
mismanage the country? We didn't rank in top 20 best handlers with the lowest inflation.
We handled COVID better than any other first world country in the world.
No, we didn't. That's a lie. You're being lied to by the Biden administration.
What other country?
Japan,
What
Japan had zero inflation.
other?
China had lower inflation. Switzerland had low inflation. Indonesia, low inflation. Saudi Arabia had low inflation.
What other
So no, we did
what
not
other
handle it
no,
good.
I said COVID overall. What other country handled COVID better than America?
What country handled COVID better than America? You mean that? You mean that in regards of what? Of how they actually handled it, like with the
Overall,
lockdown, or
just the whole COVID experience from 2020 to
Belarus?
2023.
Belarus, they didn't lock down at all, and they had inflation rates under 2%. Finland, they didn't lock down at all. They had inflation rates under 3%. I mean,
Well,
should I just keep going and going and going? We didn't handle it very good at
I
all.
said first world country.
Okay, Finland is a first world country. Biden, Biden's first 2 years, 9.1%, and 6.5% the second years of Trump under COVID, 1.4% and 1.2%. So COVID was under Trump for 2 years. First year of COVID was 1.4% inflation. Second year of COVID under Trump inflation was 1.2%. So we got
Well,
1.4% the first
where was
year.
the sixth number coming
1.2.
from?
Huh?
What was the sixth number coming from?
From Biden's third year as president.
Hold on.
Read my freaking super chat. Trump handled it way better than Biden did. Read my statistics. I'm reading your statistics. I just had to pull up the chat to see it. But yes, the countries that did not lock down at all, they handled it way better. There's your answer.
Not under death tolls. Not
Yes, they did. They had no death tolls.
if you consider
Belarus
overall
has 0 death
now
tolls.
if you consider overall COVID situation, America was able to not only lock down but take care of most of its citizens once Trump got rid of the whole hoax talking point, because he did call COVID a hoax at first. Once he got rid of that hoax talking point and took it seriously, we did start seeing improvements. Now I will say Trump did do something great with his Operation Warp Speed, where he created the vaccine. But he doesn't even take credit for that anymore.
Finland had lower death rates than America, and they did not lock down, and they did not make people do shit. They didn't force anyone to do anything. They didn't lock down, and they had a lower death rate per million people per capita than America.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. It's just simply not true.
Any other country that's as big as America, that's as civilized as America, that handled it better than America?
China handled it better. China locked down for less time than us.
Okay.
That's why they had lower inflation than
So
us.
why was China asking us for vaccines?
I never said anything about that. All I said is they locked down for less time.
You can rewind the stream. I said the entirety of the COVID situation. Not only did
Okay, are you for the vaccine or against it?
I'm for the vaccine.
So why would you think it would be bad if they were asking for vaccines? Then?
I'm saying that if they
when
had,
did I make the talking point that that's a bad thing?
if they were able to handle things better than America, then they wouldn't be looking to America for a vaccine.
Well, obviously, if they had a lower death rate and a lower shutdown time and a lower inflation rate, whatever they did was better than us.
Because they were literally.
It doesn't matter. If
but do you understand that China was literally beating people on the streets if you were seen on the streets during lockdown? That never happened in America.
Well, we arrested people. What's the fucking difference?
They
if you
were
resist
beating
arrest,
people.
Yes, if you resist arrest, you get beaten. If you break a crime, you get beaten. So,
No,
yeah,
that's not the same
what is the
thing as
difference?
China.
People were being arrested for going outside.
No, that's not true. There were whole protests. MAGA was throwing whole protests talking about don't tread on me.
Depends on the state. Depends on the state.
No, there was
anyway.
Plenty.
Are you not going to acknowledge that we failed during the pandemic?
Who failed? Trump?
America. We failed during the pandemic.
Trump was a big part of that. You know that, right?
No, everything was going great until Trump left office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we only shut down the government for, I think we only shut down for maybe 7 or 8 months when Trump was president, at max.
And the entire time of his last,
and he would have
almost the entire year of his last term.
No, we didn't lock down until March, until the end of March.
2020. That was his last year.
Yeah. So he had 8
So
months.
so for the remainder of his term, we were locked down, and who had
For
control?
8 months. For
And
8 months of his term, we were locked down,
and he called the
and the
shots on
economy
that.
was doing fine. The nation wasn't too bad. Florida only locked down for 3 weeks. He was being nice, and he wasn't trying to enforce states to lock down too long. We only locked down for 3 weeks. Trump didn't complain, and
And
the Florida economy reopened.
and he sent out checks that also didn't help
Yeah,
inflate.
that was the right thing to do at the
Wait a
time.
second.
Every other country did it.
Do you will you acknowledge that sending out checks to every of age American citizen would dramatically increase the inflation
No,
rate?
I'm not going to acknowledge it because when you said Biden was spending more money, that doesn't affect the inflation. When Biden spends money, it doesn't affect the
Yes, I
inflation.
will acknowledge that. Will you?
No, because the inflation was 1.4%. So how could that cause the inflation to go up? Because when Biden spent
Because
money, the inflation went down, and when Trump spent money, the inflation went down. It went from 1.4
do
to
you understand
1.2.
fiscal quarters?
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Do you understand?
Forget economics. Forget economics.
Yeah,
The numbers
forget
of the
economics.
next year.
Do you
The next year, the
do you
inflation went lower the next year. It went from 1.4 to 1.2.
do you
I know he
understand
spent more
fiscal
money.
quarters?
I know spending money increases inflation, but Biden spent money, and then the next year inflation went down. So I guess that's not how it works. We got to make your logic make sense, don't we?
Do you understand fiscal quarters?
We got to make your logic make sense, don't we?
You're not going to answer my question. Do you understand fiscal quarters?
Fiscal what?
Fiscal quarters.
Yes. Every 4 months, just like the stock market.
Okay. Perfect. I just want to get a clear understanding. So if Trump is sending out checks right before he leaves office in 2023, what is that going to do for the next fiscal year when it comes to inflation?
It went down the next year, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It went down in what year?
2024. Let's see. 2020, it went down.
That was his last year. I said if he sent out
checks.
When
he sent out checks, the inflation went down.
You're not listening. You're not listening to me. You just said you understand fiscal quarters. So
but the reason that
you're filibustering. You're filibustering. You're filibustering.
You're filibustering. Money. I can't admit spending money increases inflation when you refuse to admit it.
I just admitted it.
It has to be a level playing field.
Anybody can replay the stream. I just admitted that, but you won't admit that.
No, admit it. Say that Biden doing the infrastructure, doing the what was the bill called again? Remind them of
Inflation Reduction Act.
Yes, admit that increased spending and that increased inflation. Go ahead and admit it.
Inflation Reduction Act didn't increase spending.
Yes, it did.
In what way?
That's what exactly
Detail
it did.
Detail
They spent billions of dollars. You know what the budget was? Okay, I will. Give me a second. We've been over this already. They spent a bunch of money. They spent it on electric energy. Was a major part of it. But let's pull it up. Do you even know what the Inflation Reduction Act is?
Do you understand that the Inflation Reduction Act essentially mostly paid for itself? Do you know how?
It did not pay for itself. You don't even know what they spent the money on. How much money did they spend and what did they spend it on? Do you have any idea?
You're not answering.
Do you have any idea?
You're not answering any of my questions.
What's your question?
Well, first I asked you, do you understand if Donald Trump is sending out checks to every
Yes, that increases inflation. Okay, next question. What do they spend money on?
So wait a second. I need you to acknowledge something real quick.
I acknowledged it.
Do you understand that increases the inflation for the year of 2024 and on?
Yes.
Okay. Clear. Okay.
Okay. It can increase inflation, technically.
It can or did it?
That's not what caused the inflation to go out of control. That's not what caused it.
No, can or did it?
So what did Biden spend? What did Biden spend on what was the Inflation Reduction Act? Since you keep saying that helped America and that made inflation go down, what was it? Go ahead and tell us.
It was like some tax and revenue changes, it was some healthcare changes, and it was something dealing with clean energy. Essentially, that was
so how does that help our inflation? How does that help our inflation? Explain it to us.
it affects our long-term energy supply. It helps it fits our tax.
Energy prices continue to rise after this was passed. You can check.
I said long-term. You didn't let me finish.
No, it didn't.
Has it
No,
been?
it didn't.
Has it been long-term? Let me finish my statement first.
Most of this money was spent on wind and solar. It doesn't lower our cost for energy. Nothing about it lowers the cost of energy. This was for clean energy and climate change. $800 billion was spent on clean energy and climate change.
Wait a second. Did I ever say it lowered the cost of energy, or did I say that it was used for clean energy?
So how does clean energy lower our inflation?
Did he just leave? What the hell? Hello? Oh, that's fucked. Alright, I guess we'll be right back, y'all. He just left. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. I guess we'll just wrap this up for the night. It's getting a little late anyway. Yeah, Minion Troller 303, appreciate you. What crap? Yeah, the guy in the red hat was tripping, y'all. He was tripping big time. But I appreciate y'all for watching. I plan on doing more of these lives and making shit happen, you know. I hope y'all enjoy the content. I'm gonna cut all this stuff down and put it out in reels and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully I can get a real debater in here.
Can you put me back on screen?
Oh shoot, you back? Okay.
Hey, can you put me back on screen?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, we back up and running. All right.
No, I didn't have to go. I didn't have to go potty. Oh, I appreciate that, chat. Some of the Democrats in the chat were encouraging you to take over my stream.
Encouraging me to take over the stream? Oh, shoot.
Yeah, they said take over his stream. That's what they said.
Y'all can always come over here to Real Talk Politics, where we show real love and we cook with seasoning. So, yeah, come over here and
yeah, that's another racist thing. He's trying to rage bait me into racism and race bait me. White people actually pretty much invented seasoning because in Africa they barely knew how to create a fire.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
I mean, as you can see, they're very good with infrastructure and they're very good with tools, as you can tell by that wooden hut across the street in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell, they're very good with tools. Very, very good with tools.
Yeah, you ain't gonna rage bait.
But the mayonnaise man doesn't know anything about
you might not
seasoning.
You might not be good at too many things, but I know you're very well taught in the ways of rage baiting. So yeah,
I season my steaks.
I'm not gonna.
Do you season your steaks?
Yes,
You probably put barbecue sauce on your steaks. You probably put barbecue sauce on your steaks.
I marinate my steaks and everything else. You don't
you
know
probably
about
put
that.
ketchup on your steak.
See, we down here.
Probably eat your
we down here in the South. We really barbecue around here. You don't know nothing about that.
You probably. I'm in the real South.
Nah,
you're just in the regular South.
You's an immigrant.
I'm in the deep South.
Trump don't even really like you like that. You an immigrant.
I'm not an immigrant. I am an immigrant, but I was born in the United States.
Trump don't even really like you like that. I have
lived in 3 other countries.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a Trump likes me. I would still support him. Yeah, Trump told me he doesn't like me personally.
That's
because I think he's still a good president.
That's the number one. How you would put it? That's the number one symptom of being.
I don't give a fuck about what another man thinks about.
That's number one. That's number one symptom of being.
You would hate Trump no matter what. Nah, the number one Trump derangement syndrome is you answer every question with Trump. You
gonna go and pray to that gold statue in Florida too? You You from
Huh?
Florida? You gonna pray? You gonna go and pray to that gold statue?
I'm not gonna pray to it, but I'm gonna fuck with you and stream in front of it just to piss you off.
Oh, it's not gonna piss me off. I'm gonna make content from it
Oh,
though.
whoa.
I'm gonna definitely use the opportunity to make a little content. You know, laugh, kiki.
What are you gonna say? Oh no, it's a statue of Trump. Who fucking who?
No, I'm just gonna probably, take clip your face
Talk
moving
that
around the
shit.
gold
You get
statue.
fucking-
Use that as an example of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, because a lot of
Oh, you
Mac,
got Trump derangement
a lot,
syndrome because that would trigger you.
a lot of
That would trigger
MAGA.
you. That's why you make a video about it because it would trigger you.
I would never have a flag of another grown ass man.
You would make
sitting
a
up-
video about
I-
it because it would trigger you.
You MAGA have
Because it
TDS.
triggers you.
No,
Because it triggers you.
no, it's just a
You
sign
would
of
have a
TDS.
flag of the Southern Poverty Law Group, and you would say they were working with the FBI. Yeah, they were. They didn't tell the FBI they were sending money to the Ku
Oh my
Klux
God.
fucking Klan. And you support.
That's not the case.
people-
They
you
they
support
just
people that
literally wait a
support the Ku
second.
Klux Klan.
As far as that Southern Poverty Law Center situation, do you realize that the DOJ just came out and admitted that they were aware of these operations?
Yes, they were aware of it.
and
They were never making
they
any.
been
They were never
had-
charging them for
they
being
been
unaware
had-
of the operation.
They been had been
They were
aware.
never charging them for. Yeah, they were never charging them criminally for doing the operation.
So why
It
did
was
they?
the fact that they sent money to them without authorization.
So
without federal
why did they come?
authorization.
Why did they come on that press conference in front of the whole nation and act like that this was brand new news and that they had no idea that the SPLC was doing this?
When did they say this was brand new information? I read the article.
Well, they
I
did.
read the article.
They didn't say verbatim, but
I read the article.
You know, in
because
that
it's
press
not brand new
conference.
information. They want to clarify it for
So
people
why,
like you.
why in the
because
press
you don't
conference
know.
they made it seem like this was some type of secretive operation?
Wait, how do you mean make it seem like it's some kind of secretive operation? What do you
That's
mean
exactly
by that?
what they did in that press conference, and they got chewed out by the judge on this case because of the things they said in that press conference.
About what? What did they say? Be specific. Don't just make accusations.
It
Back
was
them with actual-
it was in reference to, I think, Cash Patel's statements when he was talking about the SPLC and that they were funding hate and terror organizations, and it fully misrepresented everything that everybody knew about the operations that the SPLC was doing.
That's their opinion. That's the lawyer's job to defend them.
But he
Or
got
that's
he
the
got
judge's
chewed
job
out.
to question them.
Yes, he got chewed out by the judge.
Yes, that's the judge. That's the judge's job. That's
That-
the lawyer's job.
That's because what he was saying didn't match
Question
up
it.
with the
That's why
facts
they
of
go
the
to court
case.
to prove it.
But
That's why they go to court to prove it.
the whole point of the judge speaking out against that is because that didn't match up with the facts of the case that he had in front of him. You understand that, right?
Look at the case because it hasn't gone to court yet. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the stupidest fucking shit. They haven't gone to trial yet. They're just in mediation. Do you know what mediation is?
Yes,
You probably don't even know what the fucking mediation is.
and I guarantee you this will never even go to trial.
It probably will go to trial.
It will never go to
I
trial.
have not seen any signs that say it won't go to trial.
It will. What happened to James Comey's first indictment?
It's in trial.
The first indictment.
He got a corrupt Democrat black judge. That's what happens.
It got thrown out because it was.
Judges are
A
only
farce.
corrupt in this country
It got
when they
thrown
arrest
out.
black men like they're only corrupt when they arrest black men like yourself, but they're not corrupt when they do anything else. Judges aren't corrupt when they do anything else, but when they arrest black men like yourself, all of a sudden they're corrupt. But when they arrest a politician that you like, oh no, they're corrupt.
No, it's just that this MAGA administration is doing the very same thing that they claimed the Biden administration did. They're weaponizing the DOJ. And it's clear as day that they are.
We're not weaponizing the DOJ.
Yes, he
charges.
is.
He made
He
a
is
threat against the president.
He is
What does
weaponizing the
86
DOJ
mean? What does 86 mean?
to throw out.
And
It's
what
a restaurant term.
movies- And what mafia movies, based on real mafia life, do they use the word 86 them? Let's go 86 them, and then they go put them under.
What mafia movies are you watching that says
It's a mafia term. There's plenty of mafia movies. Go look it up if you haven't. If you haven't done your research. See, you don't know about white culture. Maybe that's why you don't know about 86.
But is that commonly?
about
Wait
it.
a second. Is that commonly
commonly.
known as
Yes.
a way to?
Yes,
No, it's not.
it's used in the mafia. Yes,
No.
yes, it is.
It's commonly used
If you learn,
in
if you
this
look
way.
on, no, it's not.
It's
That's only
commonly
used in
used to
restaurants.
throw things away or replace
That's only
something.
used in
That
restaurants.
mean
No, 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 no,
so
no.
wait a second. Do you not understand that the term 86 can be interpreted in multiple different ways?
Yeah, so can any word, but in this case, so what was he saying? To throw out Trump in the trash, to take out Trump in the
Yes,
trash? Is that
yes.
what he was saying?
If he said that,
Is that what he was
if
saying?
he said that in a tweet, would that warrant an investigation
Yes, that would be a death threat.
to throw out Trump with the trash?
Yes,
Do you
that would be some kind
do
of
you
threat.
understand
That could be considered some
wait a
kind of death
second? Do
threat.
you
Yes,
understand Donald Trump posted a picture of Joe Biden tied up in a trunk of a truck on his Twitter?
when was this? No, he didn't. Show
Yes,
me.
he did.
Show proof.
I can't believe you
Pull it
haven't
up and
seen
show.
this.
That would be funny
How is this funny?
because the president can do that.
But he wasn't president at the time. Should we have sent him to jail?
I don't know. I've seen it before.
Yeah, I'm about to show you. I'm about to show it to the stream too. Like, should we have sent him to jail for that?
Saying he was not willingly being tied up, maybe he tied himself up. And no, AI memes are not the same as saying that you're going to unalive someone and throw them out.
What?
Parody is protected under the First
so
Amendment.
wait a
Do you
second.
understand that?
Oh, shoot.
Parody is protected under the
Hold on,
First
let me-
Amendment.
let me get out of this. I'm sorry.
Riverside.
I had to close that. My bad. But
I can't even see it.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Are you going to throw it on screen or no?
No, I'm gonna put it on stream. Let me pull it up here.
I probably won't be able to see it
If you're
because my monitor died. I have to plug it in a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's all right. But yeah, I can pull up the whole article here. And
But yeah, parody is protected under the First Amendment.
parody is protected.
But guys,
So wait a second.
Drop super chats. Drop
If
memberships.
if James Comey did the same exact thing, would it be chargeable? Would you send the DOJ after him?
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to show it to you.
And I can't see your screen anyway, so it's pointless.
I'm about to show it to you. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Unless I'm going to be able to see it on the Discord screen. That's the only screen I see right now.
Oh shit! Let me remove that.
Unless I can leave the Discord app.
Hold on.
Can I leave the Discord app while being open in here, or can you put it on the or can you share a screen share in Discord? I mean, sorry. Screen share in Discord. That way, everyone can see it that way too. You know.
Oh yeah, I could do it that way. Matter of fact, I might just do it that way. Fuck it. Screen share my screen.
Drop membership, drop super chats, smash that like button, subscribe,
Okay,
share.
does the stream see that? No, they don't. Fuck. Let me stop it. I'm gonna have to just share it directly on screen. Because let me stop sharing.
That's just a meme. That's just a parody.
Huh?
That wasn't Donald Trump. That was someone that hacked his
No,
account.
that was not somebody that had Donald Trump's account. Stop it. Because now you're just...
That was Donald J. Trump's hacker.
No, it wasn't.
How do you know? Did you double check it?
Why are you no longer...
How do you know that's Joe Biden?
How do
How do you know that?
How do I know that's Joe
Hey,
Biden?
fine. We can admit it. Both political parties are evil. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck no. Only demon rats are evil.
Yeah.
Only demon rats are evil. Yeah.
Okay, there it is right there. It might be over my face, but...
I can't see it anymore. But you already showed it to me. But I can't see it. I'm sure on stream they can see it.
Yeah, in case y'all can't see it on stream, it might not be able to see it on the horizontal shit, but yeah, this is it right here. Trump accused of inciting violence after posting image of Biden tied up in truck. So this is real. This is a real thing. And
So Biden should have gone after him. He liked it. Biden consented to being tied up. That's why.
Biden
He said that was a parody.
That wasn't a parody.
Well, then he should have gone after Trump and proved it.
So you think
Yeah,
Trump,
he should have gone after Trump.
So Trump should be in jail, is what you're saying?
No, he should have tried to do it, but I never said he should be in jail. If he has a problem with it, he should try to do it. They already put charges against Trump, so just put more and see what happens.
But it's freedom of speech. It all depends.
Does that protect death threats? Does freedom of speech protect death threats?
It depends on your interpretation of a death threat. Do you think that tied up version of Joe Biden was a death threat, or was it some type of joke?
Picture is not a death threat.
That's literally what we're talking about with James Comey. He took a picture of Seychelles.
He wrote it on the beach.
He didn't. He didn't say he wrote that.
In an image, yes.
He didn't say
if
that.
You spell something in an image.
He didn't say he wrote that, but he did take a picture of it and post it on social media.
He didn't say he wrote it, but we all knew he wrote that.
But it's
we
a picture.
all knew he wrote that.
You're running into
you're
running into a logical fallacy.
No, it's not. It's a picture with words on it.
Both of these things are pictures.
Words.
Okay, and it's another picture of our president tied up in the back of a truck.
Words. Where's the death threat? Where's the death? Is there a thing that says unalive Joe Biden at the bottom of that?
Does 86 mean unalive?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. That's your interpretation.
Yes, it does.
That's your opinion.
No, it's been used in multiple movies.
Anybody that's been in a restaurant means just throw it out or replace it. That's it.
That's another meaning, but the mafia used it for this meaning.
Is James Comey in the mafia?
Is that true or not? It's an organized organization.
That's your interpretation, but that's what I'm saying. If you
that's one of the definitions.
If you can interpret,
words have many definitions, do they not?
If you can interpret the picture of Joe Biden tied up in the back of a truck differently, then keep that same energy when you see James Comey posting 86.
I kept the same energy. I said if they have a problem with it, they should have tried to arrest Trump. Did I not keep the same energy? I was consistent all the way through.
But do you think that was a death threat? Is the question.
Which one?
The picture of Joe Biden.
No. I didn't see anything indicating that it was a death threat. I didn't even see the whole post properly.
So wait a second. You're looking at both of these pictures. One man is literally tied up in one. And the other picture, you're looking at numbers. And you're saying the numbers is a death threat.
No, it's not numbers. It says unalive Trump.
No,
that's what it says.
That's not what it says.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. You're expressing your feelings.
Yes, it does.
You're expressing your feelings now.
No, I'm expressing facts.
No, those are not facts.
Mean unalive.
That's your feelings.
Has 86 been used in movies and in real life to mean unalive?
And
yes
86
or no? Answer it.
No.
Answer the question. Stop pivoting. Yes or no? Has it been used to
real life is not a movie. It's used more often.
Used in real life.
It's used more often in a
Used
restaurant
in
setting.
real life. Yes, but has it been used to mean that? Does it has multiple definitions? Yes or no? Stop pivoting. Answer the question. You know you lost. That's why you keep pivoting.
So you acknowledge that. Wait a second. You just acknowledged that it has multiple definitions, right?
I said that from the very beginning. Were you listening?
Okay, so the reason why you're jumping towards unaliving, the reason that you're jumping towards unaliving is because of feelings, right?
Did he post this at a restaurant?
No, he posted it on the beach.
Okay, so then it has a different context. Then it means something different.
What does a beach have anything to do with unaliving?
People throw the bodies in the beach all the time, and it's not in a restaurant. So therefore, I can't be talking about taking anything out. The setting does not match it.
What make you think?
Therefore,
what makes
you admit to your audience? Can you stop lying to your audience and admit that 86 has been used to mean unalive someone in the past?
Yes.
Can you stop lying to your audience and acting clueless? You know the truth.
Wait a second. Yes.
But you know it's true.
What situation is it used in more? The restaurant setting?
It doesn't matter what situation.
It doesn't matter all of a sudden.
This wasn't in a restaurant, was it? We already got to that point.
It wasn't in a mafia setting either. You think he was having a mafia
It
meeting
was
on the
on the
beach?
street. What's the mafia setting? The street? The mafia setting can be the beach.
I'm
it can be
sorry,
an
but
alleyway, it can be a
I've seen the
clubhouse, it can
Godfather
be-
movies. I've seen people actually get done in a restaurant. He was not in a
And you
restaurant.
seen the Godfather scene where they were on the beach talking about 8647? Apparently, you seen
No,
that scene? The James Comey scene?
there's no such scene. That's what I'm telling you,
You sure about that? I think you fell asleep
bro.
watching the mafia
Bro,
movies. You didn't see the part where they were talking about
you're intellectually
86.
dishonest, bro. You really are. But it's
It wasn't in The Godfather, but it was in other mafia movies.
you're being intellectually dishonest.
It wasn't in The
you are.
Godfather. I was just joking. I was trolling. It's just called trolling. But it was in other mafia movies. And it was used for that. Notice how he tried to pivot away so hard of saying that he... What is he saying about his grandpa?
My comment section. I don't know if that's your comment section or mine, but it says, every time I talk to this dude, it reminds me of talking to my grandpa. No joke. Yeah,
I seen that fucker on there. He came in here so many times saying that I look like his grandpa.
You do
How
give
do I
off
look like your grandpa?
You do give off boomer energy. You definitely
boomer energy. I'm not a boomer. You don't even know how old a boomer is.
You do give off.
How old
boomer
is a
energy.
boomer?
I think.
How old is a boomer?
I think the average boomer is like what, in their mid to late. It should be mid 60s now. I think they're definitely at retirement age now.
61.
Yeah, if I'm, yeah, you're giving boomer energy.
I don't think you know any boomers. I'm not a victim like your grandpa probably claims to be. Oh, Sonny, I remember when Rosa Parks decided she was going to run on the front of the bus.
But yeah, bring them super chats over this one. I don't
Rosa
even think I
Parks
can
never
get
even
super
rode on
chat
the bus. Her husband was wealthy. She never rode on the bus. The day that Rosa Parks decided to ride on the bus was for a political stunt. Rosa Parks' husband owned a car.
And what that have to do with me?
Did you know that? That's what I heard, at least. Is that true, Django? Rosa Parks owned a car. Her husband owned 2 cars.
I'm sorry, does that matter?
Yeah, it does. The whole reason she rode on the back of the bus was to make a political statement.
Yes, because
she acted like she was a victim. She did the whole thing on purpose.
Do you understand the reason behind the bus boycott?
She did the whole thing on purpose.
Do you honestly think that people boycotted buses because they needed rides?
Well, I would think if you're riding the bus, you ain't doing it for a political purpose.
No, sometimes people join boycotts to become a part.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other people doing it.
To be a part of the movement.
She jumped on the movement and took all the credit for it.
What?
There was other people riding on the back of the bus before her, and they got beat up and they got arrested.
How much time?
And she took all the credit for it.
How much time
She's
have
the
you
only
spent
one
in
that's
America?
famous.
I know you're
She's
not.
the only one that's famous.
I know
Don't
you.
lie.
I know you spend time all around the world and stuff. How much time have you spent in America?
20 something years, and she's been
straight.
She's been.
It don't feel like it.
Yeah, 20.
Do you
20 something years.
Do you think everybody that participated in the Tea Party drank tea?
No, but she takes all the credit for it.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
point.
Come on,
the point is she takes all the credit for it. She's a fake.
This shit
like she acts
crazy.
like she's the victim. She acts like she's the first one that did it. Like when you recognize, she takes the credit away from the other blacks that did what they did in that era.
Okay, whatever. If you say so, bro. You got it.
She's taking the starlight.
You got it.
Like, is she not taking the starlight?
Is she what?
Is she not taking the starlight?
Risking your life? Is taking the
starlight?
Risking
your life? How is she risking her life? She went to jail for a night and she got released.
Do you understand how dangerous it was standing up against some of those?
Did anyone ever die for not sitting in the back of the bus?
a lot of people died during those civil rights movements, during
Not
those
for not
protests.
sitting in the back of the bus, they did it. Not that I
No,
heard of.
but not for listening to a police officer that's telling you to get off the back of the bus. Yes,
Who died from that?
I'm not saying anybody died, but
Okay, so how
wait a
is it
second. Do you
dangerous?
not realize that
If
that
there's
was a
zero
real
deaths and there's zero casualties, how is it dangerous?
you wait a second. You're saying it wasn't dangerous because
I'll
nobody
agree
died?
that there is a risk of violence, but I don't see a risk of
You're
death.
saying that it was not dangerous because nobody died?
No one died ever doing that. No, that's why. No
That's
black
why
people
it's
died.
not dangerous to you
Yes,
because nobody
because no one's died from it.
the civil rights
It
movement.
can be physically. It's dangerous, but no one's gonna die. You can get harmed. That's dangerous, but no one died. I didn't use the word not dangerous. I used the word no one
I
died.
don't even know if we're supposed to be using that word on stream.
Die? You can use that word.
Okay.
You can use the word unalive. My bad. I'll use the word unalive. But
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the bus boycott was a part of a larger movement that Martin Luther King was a part of in Montgomery, and that movement.
she took Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks literally came up to each other. They're like, "Yo, let's take all the credit for the civil rights movement."
No, nobody's looking to take credit for this is where you get.
Yes, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks took all the credit for the civil rights
That's
movement.
not the case. There are several different civil rights leaders. Malcolm X.
But no one knows any of them.
That's
no
not.
white people. They're not tied to schools.
Yes,
no one knows any
yes.
of them.
White people don't know them because y'all don't care about
Because
them.
no one knows them. Black people took all the black people took all the credit. That's why.
No, that's not the case. If
It is. I see why y'all have problems
oh
amongst
my
each
god,
other.
if you took any
Because
if you took
if you're
any
taking
time
credit for it-
looking into the civil rights movement and looked at all the leaders of the civil rights movement, you would understand there are plenty of people that
okay,
got
but
a
who
lot
is
of
the two
recognition.
most famous? But who is the two most famous?
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Okay, you can say Malcolm X. Or you can say Rosa Parks. I would
Mal-
argue Rosa Parks is more famous.
Malcolm X had a way larger profile than Rosa Parks at the time.
Oh, for sure. But nowadays, to white people, Rosa Parks is way more famous.
That's not the case. More white people are more aware of Malcolm X because he was militant.
Okay. That's debatable. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King.
If you put up two pictures of both of them people, they would notice Malcolm X before Rosa Parks. Even white people.
I don't think they would know. Well, yeah, Malcolm X looked like a crazy maniac.
No, whatever. That's your opinion. I'm not.
He became a radical Islamic. Before that, he was a decent. Before that,
A radical.
when he became
Islamic.
all full, before he came all full Muslim and shit, I was cool with him.
I don't think you would be cool with anything at any point in Malcolm X's life. Like you wouldn't be cool.
But
with
yeah,
anything
Malcolm
he
X
said.
ain't that cool.
I really believe that.
I don't think I could hang out with Martin Luther King either. Because
I think y'all might agree with
alcohol. He was a drunk and he had a bunch of hookers. I don't think I could hang out with Martin Luther.
That none of that is verified either, bro. Like you're just saying.
It is. It's all verified by the FBI.
The same FBI that was trying to put him.
Oh, so you don't believe the FBI now? Since it's verified by the federal government, you don't like it. It's not verified. Okay. Since you don't like the source, it's not verified. Oops, my apologies. I forgot.
Since I don't like the source, it's not very.
It wasn't even the FBI.
Wait a second. Wait a second. And
the people that were there when Martin Luther King died, they said the previous night that he had 2 hookers and he was getting loaded and drunk.
What? Where are you getting this information from?
The night before Martin Luther King died, his bodyguards reported to the FBI that he was getting loaded and he had 2 prostitutes with him.
Okay. I haven't seen that information, nor do I care for that information. But
because you want to make Martin Luther King out? He was an alcoholic. They said he was drunk as fuck and he was loaded with 2 prostitutes.
If even if that is the
And,
case, why
and
does it
even his
matter?
own security said that he went
Hold
out
on.
like a pimp, like a boss, whatever you want to call it. Yes, please Google this. Please Google this. If I'm wrong, I want to be proven wrong, but this is exactly what I read and what I heard. Please prove me wrong.
There is no credible historical evidence that Dr. Martin Luther King had two prostitutes. The claim comes from
Was it one prostitute or
Wait a
two?
second. The claim comes from rumors, FBI surveillance material, and later smear narratives, not verified historical fact. Just like I said, during the 1960s, the FBI under J. Edgar Hoover surveilled King extensively. They attempted to gather information to discredit him. Some FBI recordings and memos included allegations of extramarital relationships. These claims were never proven in court. Many historians consider parts of the FBI material biased, unverified, or taken out of context. The civil rights community and scholars do not accept the prostitute's claim as factual history.
Even though it came out in the FBI files about Martin Luther King.
These are memos that you're looking at, not actual verified documents. You know?
So the FBI was just talking about how he's a piece of shit. He wasn't actually a piece of shit.
What was the wording of the memos? Do you know the exact wording?
Wait, I don't know. You didn't give the exact wording. I'm just listening to what you're saying. You didn't give the exact wording.
The two prostitutes claim is a rumor rooted in FBI surveillance error accusations.
According to what? AI?
No.
According to what? AI?
Surveillance error accusations.
According to what? AI?
No, it's not AI.
Then what is it?
The main origin of those allegations came from anonymous informants and COINTELPRO era intelligence gathering. And do you know anything about COINTELPRO?
No.
They made up some fake.
Not
They
much.
made up a bunch of fake shit in COINTELPRO. I'm gonna be real with you. You should do a deep dive on. I think you and your audience would be interested in COINTELPRO and J. Edgar Hoover and that whole situation because they did a whole bunch of messed up stuff, not only to black people but to a lot of poor whites also.
Were they Democrats or no?
J. Edgar Hoover, he was extremely conservative. I think, yeah.
He was extremely a Democrat.
J. Edgar Hoover?
Yeah, wasn't he a Democrat?
I don't think so. Yeah, there's no verifiable proof that Martin Luther King did any of this, man. I'm just being real. I actually looked at some of these sources and they're just memos. We don't accept.
It says right here that the FBI gave a memo
Yes,
that his
a memo.
bodyguard said he was screwing two prostitutes the night before, according to his own bodyguards. That's what the memo says. That they interviewed two of their bodyguards and that they said they seen Martin Luther King having the time of his life.
Do you understand that there are several instances that the FBI created fake information in operations like COINTELPRO?
I'm sure the government has done plenty of fake things. Are we saying never to trust their data? J. Edgar Hoover was nonpartisan, by the way.
COINTELPRO was almost exclusively and absolutely included in the creation and spread of false or misleading information.
Was Emma a drunk? Let's see. Is that proven or not?
Oh, and thank you for the follow.
MLK was a
Hennessy
Hennessy lover.
Huh?
He was a Hennessy lover.
Okay, but do you understand the history between COINTELPRO? This is during the era where the FBI
But
was.
do you understand that Martin Luther King was a Hennessy lover?
Okay,
do you recognize that?
He likes brown. Most people, I like to drink a little brown every once in a while.
Most people or most people of a certain group?
What are you trying to say? I mean, white people like brown too.
Who? White people? No, they don't. Drink that
Yes.
shit. You ain't white.
My first time ever drinking, I think it was bourbon, was from my drill sergeant.
Yeah, bourbon is white. It's for white people.
Bourbon is brown.
Hennessy is not bourbon. Bourbon is
I
not cognac.
I I
Hennessy
I
is
I I,
cognac.
I,
Bourbon is bourbon.
I drank a brown bourbon. I forgot the name of it. I think it was what was that?
A brown bourbon?
Yes.
I never seen one in my life. I'm sure they exist. That's some weird hybrid, but most bourbon is not brown.
I know. It was my first time drinking some brown too, because I ain't even drink like that. What was it? The freaking
You don't even have to ask what he thinks about
Blackland,
his fake
Texas. That's what
charges.
that shit was. Blackland, Texas. I need to get me some more of that.
All bourbon is brown. I guess technically all bourbon is brown.
I need.
They're correcting my ass.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, I found what it was. It's that Blackland.
No, they
Texas
said it's
stuff.
dark.
Brown.
But cognac, cognac.
Brown.
White people don't drink cognac.
But whatever.
It's not about brown or whatever. White people don't drink cognac.
It doesn't matter if MLK drank. It doesn't matter if he wasn't the perfect person out there. There's plenty of religious leaders out there today, especially in the Catholic Church, who are far from perfect in touching kids. So I could
Why the
huh?
There's plenty of atheists that love kid diddling and that want more abortion and they want to transgender kids. What's your point? That's most of the leftists in this country. And that's certainly a larger population than Catholics.
Do you really want to go into that statistic? Because the Catholic Church has a very long and varied history
I'm not
with
Catholic.
this.
I don't care. But there's more of you Democrats and you black folk that want to kid diddle and transgender children.
You really want to
and
go
you
into
white
you
Democrats.
really want to go into
you
this.
white Democrats and you black Democrats. You want to
No, black people
transgendering of minors?
First of all, black people doesn't have a issue with doing things like that. It's mostly you Caucasian brothers.
So they don't issue transgender and children. Woo!
What?
Congratulations. The number one abortions is the black community by the black women. Congratulations on your fantastic stats. Are you proud of your people?
Why does that matter to you?
I'm asking.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying is that you seem a lot more worried about different demographics, different sexual orientations instead of your own.
I'm comfortable with my own. The rest of these people are not comfortable with theirs.
You seem to be falling in the trap of falling into a trap of having these powerful people tell you that your worst enemy is your neighbor instead of looking at the most powerful.
No,
people
you
in this
guys aren't
country.
my worst enemy. Black people are not my worst enemy.
Well, you seem
Hispanic
to be
people are not my
you
worst
seem to be
enemy.
very worried about our business and extremely worried about trans business.
Oh yeah, if a trans person goes into a woman's restroom, they're going to prison.
Okay.
And I don't want a man to go in my mom's bathroom
I'm okay. That's fine. I hope you vote for that law to go into effect whenever it comes time.
that law already passed.
What law?
In Florida, if a man goes into a woman's bathroom, you can get up to a year in prison.
Okay. Good luck proving that.
There's already a couple people that are under investigation and going to court cases after that law passed. So
under investigation.
there's been a couple arrests. There's been a couple arrests.
What are they investigating? What's in between their legs? That's the investigation. We got
No, a man, a grown ass PDF file, man.
Okay.
No, listen. This grown ass man walked into a woman's bathroom with a sausage, a actual wiener sausage, and he started streaming on his phone on TikTok. There was children that were washing their hands in the bathroom and that were right in the stall, and he started talking about how he cut his penis off and now he's a woman and he can use the woman's bathroom as he was standing in the middle of the woman's restroom in front of children. He was talking about how he was cutting his penis off and how he hopes other people do the same. And
Well,
he got a charge. Yes, he's under investigation. His name is Lily Chino.
I don't agree with that.
He
But
did that in Disney World in front of a
I,
bunch of children
I will,
in the bathroom.
I will
Disney
acknowledge.
World. And you think it's none of my business worrying about it. It
Oh my
is my
God.
fucking business.
I'm not saying
Don't
that.
tell me what's my fucking business or not.
I'm not saying it's not your business when other people commit crimes. What I'm saying is that you seem overly concerned with different demographics and
Yes.
different
Yes.
sexual orientations that
Yes.
don't bother you.
Because they're trying to put the white man down. Because they're white man down.
So
You're right.
So you believe in replacement theory?
No, I believe in white racism. I believe black people can be racist too.
We don't have any institutional power.
Yes, you do. You have too much institutional power in the NBA. We need more white people
give me
in the NBA.
give me one example of institutional power that black people have.
I just gave it to you. Why is 87% of the NBA black?
We don't have any control over that. What team does?
Yes, you do. Many black people.
What team does black people own? I mean, what
Orlando
NBA
Magic.
team do black people own?
Orlando Magic.
Out of how many teams?
New York Mets.
Out of how many teams?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is not black owned, and I don't
It's
think
not?
I don't.
It has one black owner. It's owned by a bunch of people. It has a partial black owner.
Who has majority ownership of all these teams? They're all white.
No, mostly black people. Most of these teams are majority black
No,
owned.
that's a lie. You don't know anything
It's
about
not.
the NBA,
It's
do you?
not.
That's a lie.
It's not. And the black people that are playing in the NBA, they mostly work alongside other black people. And they only want to work with other black people.
Who owns these majority?
Y'all are discriminating against the white man. More
There's
white
nothing
people
to
in the
discriminate.
NBA.
Y'all
We
own
need
everything
guys.
already. Y'all already control
No,
the institutional
y'all own
power within this
everything.
country.
You own the NBA. You won't let me on BET. Why won't you let me on BET?
Eminem was on
Y'all
BET
own
for
all
a whole
this shit.
decade straight.
Y'all own all this
Eminem
shit.
was
Why
number
can't I
one
get
on BET.
What was?
Eminem was number one on BET.
That was 40 years ago.
20 actually, but nobody's
30
counting.
years ago. That was in like the
And
90s.
nobody's stopping from any other white boy to get on BET and run up the charts. It's not exclusive to black people. Do you understand white people own BET too?
No, they're
Yes, they do.
black. They're Jewish. That means they're black.
Whites passing Jewish people.
No, they're black. They're brown. They're Jewish. They're brown.
You're tripping.
Either way, it doesn't matter who owns it. Why? No, the owner is black. The owner is black, actually. The owner is black. You full of fucking shit.
The owner of BET?
Robert L. Johnson. He's a black dude. Robert L. Johnson is the owner of BET. He's a black man.
It must have changed from when
So
I
why
last
can't the white man get on BET?
You can get on BET. Just like I said, there's nothing keeping BET from... I mean, there's nothing keeping white people from BET. And from what I understand, BET...
Yes, it is.
Wait,
It's called
wait a
Black
second.
Entertainment. It's
Wait a
racist.
second. From what I understand, as of March 2026, BET is owned by Paramount Skydance Corporation. And,
Yes, he just sold it.
And who is
He sold it this year.
And who is the owner of Paramount Skydance Corporation?
A black man started BET. He recently sold it.
Wait a second. I said white people currently own BET. I didn't say who started it.
Owner, American entrepreneur. He sold it.
To who?
BET has mostly been black ran.
But who owns BET right now?
BET mostly has been black ran.
Who owns
a corporation owns BET.
And who owns that corporation?
It's owned by shareholders.
Who owns majority of the shares?
Probably the public. Probably the public market.
No, the Ellison family. Do you know who's best friends with the...
No, they're Jewish.
Wait a second. Do you know who's best friends with the Ellison family?
Donald J. Trump.
So a guy that's best friends with Donald J. Trump is owner of BET. So how are you being oppressed?
Because that was recently just purchased. Trump is changing the game. Thank you for proving my point. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, and your best friends for allowing the white man back on BET. I love you, Mr. President. I appreciate
There's
it.
nothing that kept any white guy from being on BET, and that's what you're
Then
misunderstanding.
why weren't we on there? Because
This,
of racial discrimination.
this
Is
is
the show not called
this is
Black
why I call
Entertainment?
this is exactly why I call some of you guys some of the biggest victims on the planet, because you guys will make yourselves victims without any verifiable reasons for calling yourselves victims. You're gonna come up with some type of excuse. Oh, we're being excluded from BET whole
I'm
time.
not actually. I don't actually think anyone's a victim. I was kind of being a little bit. Fuck, I can't. The word's slipping out of my mouth. I was kind of being facetious and
Facetious.
satirical.
Okay, that's fine.
Facetious and satirical. I don't think anyone is a victim.
Well, but back to
But
the.
if you guys want to claim that you're a victim constantly, I think it's funny. I was trying to make a point. If you guys want to claim that you're victims, we can do the exact same thing, and there's no difference of it. Slavery ended a long time ago. 176 years ago, slavery ended.
That wasn't.
And
wait a second.
segregation ended 65 years ago. So y'all have had
wait a
enough
second.
time.
Go back.
Y'all have
go
had
back.
a couple generations where you can handle it.
Victimhood wasn't the reason why we went down this path. Victimhood wasn't about that. It was about the situation. You said that black people are racist, or you called me racist, and I said black people can't be racist because we don't hold any institutional power within this country.
And you don't need institutional power to be racist. Racism, what's the definition of racism? Institutional power is not in the definition of racism. Your point is retarded in the first place. The definition is one who believes another race is superior or inferior. It doesn't speak of power, you fucking black racist man. That was a $5 super chat.
God damn, why are your super chats so aggressive? All I'm saying is that if we look at the normative term for racism, it is an institutional form of oppression just because of another person's race. That is institutional racism. Yes,
racism doesn't have to deal with institutions. You can have racism without an institution. A black man can call a white man a cracker and say he's a racist.
But wait a second.
Male face. That is racism.
You just said earlier that white people were on a large scale was facing hardships because of their race. That's a form
that was institutional racism.
Okay, so you're making.
I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said white people were facing hardship on a large scale. No, I didn't say that.
You said that after.
I was being satirical, and I was also being, satirical, and I was also being facetious. I was saying shit that's not true.
Okay.
It is true to an extent, but it's not happening to that level.
It's not true anywhere. There's no,
and it's not happening with black people either, because there's no racism really going on with black people.
Have made
the only thing that's going on is y'all's poor culture. That's it, pretty much.
White people have made sure that there's not one institution in this country that is pointed against white people.
Huh?
White people have made sure that there's not one institution in this country that's pointed against white people.
There's plenty, but that doesn't matter. Institutional racism isn't the only type of racism.
There is not one institution in this country that goes against white people.
The NBA.
That doesn't go against white people.
Yes, it does. Why is there an unproportional amount of black people?
Who do you think gets?
Explain it.
Who do you think makes the most profit out of the NBA?
I don't know. That's kind of irrelevant. Answer the question. Can black people be racist? What's the definition of racism? What's the definition of racism?
To feel that your race is superior to others, essentially.
That's close enough. So black people don't do that to white people all the time?
If you want to think of black people as a monolith, but I don't even think of white people. That's like me saying white people.
You don't have to think
wait a second. That's like me saying white people are racist. I understand that all white people are not racist.
Not all black people, but are some black people racist?
Yeah, some black people out there do believe that black people are superior to white people. There are plenty.
So that would make them racist. Therefore, black people can be racist.
Black people can be racist, but not institutionally racist, because we hold no institutional power.
You have institutional power.
In what way?
A black man was president.
Black people don't hold institutional power.
So you're saying
People.
Barack Obama is not holding institutional power for black people?
No.
So he's not for the blacks. You're admitting Barack Obama is not for the blacks. He's for the white man. Then.
No, he was never exclusively for the blacks. That's not the point of his presidency. Obama was never exclusively for black people. He was for the American people overall. That's clear.
And what large corporation is exclusively for white people?
What corporation is exclusively for white people? They don't have to say that.
Yes, they do. That's what you just said to me. You said find an organization that's exclusively for black people.
Yes.
There's not one that's for white people. So what the fuck are you talking about? Your whole theory, your whole logic just got a hole blown in it.
What? Wait a second.
Your whole logic just got a hole blown in it.
So you're saying institutional racism doesn't exist?
No, it doesn't. What's an example of institutional racism? You said institutional racism is when an institution holds all the power. Yes. What institution is 100% white people? Can you tell me?
What institution?
Give me one example.
What institution is 100% white people?
Yeah.
I don't think any. If you look at the major institutions of this country,
exactly.
Any.
So but that, such thing as
it's wait a second. It's never been that. It's never been that way in this country, where whole institutions have been 100% white. That's never been the case.
Yes, it was before the civil rights era.
That's not the case.
Yes, it is.
No, it doesn't. No, it isn't.
You guys couldn't work with white people in some companies. Yes, it is the case.
But who was doing the menial jobs that white people didn't do?
But it was legally allowed to happen with corporations with no black people. There was companies with no black people.
Okay, name an institution.
So that was institutional racism. That was institutional racism back then. That does not exist today. That's your own definition of institutional racism. The face you make when you admit your logic makes no sense.
Do you understand that the criminal justice system is one example of institutional racism?
No. Because black people commit crimes at higher rates, violent crimes.
Do you understand that sentencing is usually way higher for black individuals with the same criminal record compared to their white counterparts?
I don't know about that.
Look it up.
I don't know about that.
Look it up. It's a
Is it country music channel mostly for white people and MTV? How the fuck is that? Someone dropped a super chat and said, isn't country music mostly for white people and MTV? Well, I said BET, not MTV, so I don't know why he even said Eminem. I said BET. But, yeah, country music can be for anyone. Tons of black people in the South listen to country music.
Just like a ton of white people listen to BET or watch BET and listen to rap music.
Of course. Of course.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. BET was never
exclusively
white.
And I discourage against listening to rap music for both black and white people.
Yeah.
It encourages the debacle and the degeneracy.
I bet you're one of those Ben Shapiro type guys that only listen to classical music.
No, I don't only listen to classical music. I do listen to rap music, but I will say it creates violence in the community. I recognize the chaos it creates.
Do you understand that there's a lot of violence in country music?
Yes, but people don't listen to country music and go out and do a drill.
People don't listen to rap music and go out and do a drill.
Yes, they fucking do. Black people
I listen
day.
I listen to rap music. Wait a second. I listen to rap music every day. It's never made.
And they go do a drill.
I listen to rap music every day. It's never made me want to go out and shoot somebody.
Did I say all of them? Did I say it works on everyone? I said it happens every day.
Okay.
A black man listening to hip hop music and going out there and saying, "I want to do a drill."
Do you think that's a rap song motivates people to go out there and do crimes?
Yes. Yes.
That's all.
I know it for a fact.
That's all it takes is a rap song.
Yes.
No.
I mean,
no
community,
poverty, no miseducation, no any of that. Just
sometimes
rap music.
White guys that come from a rich area that are educated listen to this Chief Keef or whatever, and they buy a gun and they go out and do something.
And they're a lot less likely to go to jail.
Poverty. It normally is poverty. I will agree to that, but it happens to everyone, and it's the music. It's the music.
It's not the music. It's the
Yes, it is the music.
Do you understand poverty?
You don't believe that? Poverty.
Poverty is the
White
number
people are
one
more
core.
impoverished. White people are living more in poverty in America than black people. We do less violent crime.
No, the poor white people do crime just as much as black people. But you do.
No, they don't. The crime
yes, they
rates
do.
are not the same.
You can
the
look. You
violent
can
crime
look.
rates
No,
are not
they
same.
are the
Read
same. You
article.
can look this up.
No, they aren't. Black convictions and black arrests are both higher for violent crime. You can look it up. That is 100% true. What are you doing? Are you looking it up? Are we about to pull sources right now? Is that what we're doing?
Because I know that's not true. I just looked this up.
I know it's true because it's the FBI statistics. I've already debated this about 100 times.
I just pulled this up in my notes.
You're not pulling up shit. I'm going to pull up shit and I'm going to give my source. FBI statistics. Black convictions is for violent crime is 58%.
I'm not saying violent crime. I'm saying all crime.
I said violent crime, and I only said violent crime.
See, now you're moving.
All crime?
Poor whites are more likely to commit crime than a poor black person.
Yes, but why do you guys do more violent crime than white people, but you're only 13% of the population?
More violent crime. What does that even mean?
That means murders, armed robberies.
Keep going.
And anything else that's involving violence?
No, keep going.
What do you want me to say?
What is included in that violent crime metric?
What is included? You tell us.
Things like domestic disputes. Is that one thing?
Yes, that is violence. Putting your hands on your wife is fucking violence.
It's not always your wife. It's fighting other.
Your girlfriend, your baby mama.
You could be fighting your brother. You could be fighting your cousin. You could be fighting your dad.
Most of the time, it's the baby mamas. Let's be honest.
Nah, you're making assumptions now.
No,
yes,
we can research this.
You're making assumptions.
Would you like to see the statistics on it?
No, because I don't even think you're digging.
You don't want to see the statistics.
No, I don't. Well, you can pull them up if you want to. We're on stream, but all I'm saying.
Do you think video games that are violent encourage violence?
No.
On the right people, yes.
No, there's no proof of that.
On the right people, yes.
There's plenty of kids that play GTA every day, and
yeah, sure. It's rated 18 and plus. Why? Why is it rated 18 and plus?
But still, there's still kids playing it. We all know that there are just immature kids on them little flying bikes.
And some of them have got violent before in the past. But I don't think we should ban video games, and I don't think we should ban rap music either.
No, it all falls under the freedom of expression and speech. But
I agree. I don't think we should ban either one of them. But I do think both of them have slight increases in violence. Yes.
Just as much as violent movies would.
Yeah.
But we're not trying to ban the Avengers.
No, probably more than violent movies. You're not shooting a fire in a violent movie.
But we're not banning the Avengers.
I already said I would never advocate for banning it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Making all these excuses why we have violent crime and not just.
It's not excuses, it's true.
Make sure that the people are good.
You don't think drill music, you don't think there's been a whole culture of people wanting to be like these black rappers that go outside and shoot at each other, like Chief Keef and them. You don't think there's a whole culture of people wanting to make music that are black men that want to be gangster rappers and act gangster. You don't think there's a whole group of black men that see Lil Wayne and Chief Keef and all these people and say, I want to be like that guy?
Just like there's a significant meth culture in the local white community in my area.
Yeah, but they're not watching meth heads that are famous on TV.
Yes, they fell in love with Breaking Bad and they wanted to be just like that Jason dude.
No, that doesn't really happen too often.
Breaking Bad was a whole thing, and it had a bunch of these strung out white people around here in a chokehold.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's too bad. But guess what? Rap music has also put a lot of black men up to violence. I'm sure both things are true.
And Breaking Bad put a lot of white people up to meth.
I'm sure. I don't deny it. Wait, wasn't there a shooting in the theater when Batman was playing Joker? Yeah, that's evidence right there, kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you can make these correlations or make these assumed
No,
correlations
they're
with.
definitely there, but they're not going to make us probably safer if we ban them. People will still get them, so it makes no difference. And also, that's against our freedoms too.
Yeah.
So I can agree there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you can say these things are bad and making people do these
They are
things.
true. It's true.
But
It's true. There's a ton of black guys that want
why
to be
why
just
why
like
why why
TNT,
why not just
Lil
support gun
Wayne,
control?
and all the other drill rappers. What?
Why not support gun control?
Because gun control is unconstitutional.
No, it's not.
And what kind of gun control?
Just common sense gun laws.
Like what?
A background check required for you to get a
There
gun.
already needs a background check. What state doesn't have a background check?
Have you ever been to a gun show?
Yes, it has a background check unless you're buying off a
No,
friend or a family
there's
member.
there's no background checks at gun shows. And
Yes, there is. If you're buying from an actual
Wait.
dealer, there is. If you're buying from a random person, there's no gun
okay,
checks.
do you understand there are random people
That's your
setting up
friend, huh?
there are random
What?
people setting up booths at these gun shows. And there are
Yeah,
and there
okay.
and
Yeah,
you want to talk about young people buying guns. Do you know that young people are targeting these gun shows to go get weapons, knowing that they don't have to go through the background check? This is on social media,
Yeah,
by the
okay.
way.
Okay, and how many of those people have ever been caught doing any shootings?
I'm pretty sure quite a few. I've looked up
Can you name one incident?
of a shooting that came from a gun show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if we Google that, we can find at least one. That's not the question down.
No, not a gun show from someone buying a gun without a background check.
That's what it is. You don't get a background check at a gun show.
They already do background checks in most states.
But do you understand that if I go to a gun show here in Mississippi, I can buy quite a few guns from a gun show without going through not one background check?
Not from a dealer.
You don't have to be a dealer to sell at a gun show.
I know, but not from a dealer.
So if I were to buy a whole arsenal for somebody that wasn't a dealer, I wouldn't have to go through any background checks.
Okay?
And I could have just walked out of a mental institution. Do you understand how crazy that is?
So what about transgenders then?
Why are
Since
you
they have a
why,
mental-
why, why are you so
Could they be able
fascinated
to?
with transgenders? We were talking about guns.
If you want to buy from a private seller, I don't think you should need a background check. I'm sorry. Because did you know if you're selling to someone that's a private seller, you still have to ask them if they're a felon or not. And if they lie to you, that's a crime. Did you know that?
If somebody's already a felon and trying to get a gun, what is stopping them from lying again? That which
So
is
then what's
already a crime.
stopping them from using a fake ID and just buying it from a gun store?
Because a background check would catch that.
No, it wouldn't if they used someone else's fake name.
Do you understand that you can't go into a gun store
Plenty
and
of
use a fake
people have
ID?
lied before, and they didn't get caught until years later.
If we use
Or some of them never got caught.
if we use the same system that the ATF uses to keep track of people that have ownership of guns or people that may be flagged for trying to get ownership of a gun, if we use that same system in these gun shows, it's 2026. We can spread that system out to gun shows. How is that not a
Not
good
every
thing?
state has a gun registry, so it's kind of pointless.
But they should they not?
No, they should not know.
Why?
The government doesn't have, because the government doesn't have a right to know what guns you own.
Why? That's not in the Constitution.
Because the government
That's not a right.
shall not be infringed. Yes, it is.
That's not
Second Amendment
infringing.
shall be
That's not
infringed.
infringing.
Yes, it is, because they use it for infringement. They go to people's houses. When they go to court, they have a restraining order or they have some kind of judgment against them and they take their guns away illegally, unconstitutionally.
If you're a felon, can you get a gun?
No, it can in some situations, yes.
So the
If you're a non-violent felon, you can get a gun. Yeah.
the felons that can't get guns, do you consider that unconstitutional
The ones that can't get guns, yeah, that's unconstitutional.
in your opinion?
Yeah.
Even if they're considered very dangerous felons.
I don't think that I don't think it should be up to the federal government. I think people should be watching who the fuck they sell their guns to. Don't sell your guns to a pedophile. Don't sell your guns to a criminal.
What if it's
But it should be up to the government to mandate
What if
it.
it's a very old man in a gun shop that's been running that store for 100 years, and the felon walks in there? You think that?
Okay, a felon's already a criminal, like you said. They're gonna break the law no matter what, so they can go buy a gun off the street.
But no, I'm asking.
So they can go buy a
I'm
gun off the
asking
street.
your opinion, just to figure out your moral stance. You think a criminal felon should have the right to own a gun still?
It depends on your crimes. If you're charged with weed and you're a felon, yes.
Is that unconstitutional?
If you have a weed felony, yes.
Is that unconstitutional though? For a violent felon to not have a gun?
Yes, it's unconstitutional. Yes.
Wow.
For them to not have a gun, no. But for them not to be able to exercise their Second Amendment, yes.
Do you think felons should vote?
No.
So you think they should own a gun but not vote?
Yes.
Why?
I don't think they should own a gun because voting is not voting is a constitutional right.
Yes,
so I think they could vote too. Honestly, they could vote too. Honestly, yeah, they could vote.
So. Okay.
If you did a murder, if you did an atrocious crime, if your crime is so bad that you're questioning if they should be able to vote or not, or if they should be able to own a gun, they should have never been released from prison in the first place. It's that simple. If they're such heinous criminals that you think they should never be able to own a gun again, or they're such heinous criminals where you think they should never be able to vote again, you should have never let them out of prison to begin with. That's my opinion. They do background checks, prove you can do it, you can't. That's the debunk, stop lying. No, he's definitely telling the truth. I know for a fact if you buy from a private sale in Florida, like I may or may not have a couple firearms that I bought from a private sale. Huh?
You may or may not. Yeah, that's one.
I lost them all in a boating accident. But if I did have them, I definitely didn't do any background checks on them.
That's what I'm saying. I've been to a couple gun shows and I
definitely didn't do any background checks. But guess what? I lost all those firearms in a boating accident. So I didn't do any background checks on them, but I lost them in a boating accident.
I hope nobody fishes them out of the ocean.
And they still have to transfer the ownership. Well, most of the time they do. They have to do
that's
firearms.
That's finicky.
And when you transfer the ownership, there's I think there's a background check.
Nah.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's not required.
It's through FFL, the Federal Firearm License.
That's for a firearm license.
Yes, that's for the transfer ownership.
I don't like me being
it's the federal firearm license.
Okay,
you have to transfer ownership.
But me being a gun owner, I don't have to do anything outside. Like I could go to a gun.
Yes, they do background checks. When you transfer ownership from your friend to you, they're gonna go through a background check.
That's if you even do that transfer. You don't. It's not required to do the transfer. You understand that, right?
In Florida, it's not required, but in Alabama or where'd you say Mississippi? I think it's required.
I don't think so.
Where Mississippi?
Yeah, I don't think so because there was no type of transfer unless it was something brought up over the past 2 years. But
yes, it's required if you're buying. If you're not from Mississippi, it's required. Yes.
If I'm not from Mississippi.
Yeah.
But if I'm a resident of the state, it's not required, right?
You have to have a carry permit to bypass it. It says
a carry permit.
Yeah, you have to have a enhanced carry permit. I don't know what an enhanced carry permit is, but it says if you have that, you don't have to go through an FFL transfer.
I never heard of that one, but I digress.
I don't live in Mississippi.
All I know is that people going to these gun shows around this state all the time and just go up in there and buy it just like they buying a snack bar and walk straight up out of there. no background check, and they could just walk straight up out of that gun show and do some crazy
Okay,
stuff.
so criminals will get guns no matter what. Why do background checks matter so much? They're gonna buy guns on the resale market no matter what. So why do background checks matter?
Why
How
do
does that stop guns from getting into criminals' hands when
how,
criminals don't follow the law to begin with? How does that logically make any sense?
how does background check help stop?
Most guns
Wait a
that are
second.
committed crimes with,
How does background checks help stop weapons from getting in bad people's hands? Is that what we're
yeah,
asking?
most guns that are committed with crimes are
Is
actually
stolen.
yes, exactly, stolen. So they're not bought from gun store. They're not bought from gun shows. They're stolen.
Yes, most guns that are used to commit a crime are stolen. That is true.
So why are we so concerned about gun loopholes and whatnot?
Gun loopholes?
Yes, it's literally called the background check loophole.
Yes, the background check loophole, and that is to make sure that everybody that owns a gun is able to not only take care of the gun that they're buying and overlook it because they're in the mental space to actually do that, but
Why would you care if someone takes care of their gun?
to stop it from going into the wrong hands. A part of being a gun owner is being responsible with your gun.
Doing properly storing it. You're referring to.
Yes. That's one of the biggest
I
responsibilities of
know
being a
I
gun
know
owner.
gun owners that are fantastic gun owners. They still have had their guns stolen before with no fault of their
Well,
own.
they were not that fantastic because
I
if you don't have your gun cabinet under lock and key, you're doing it wrong.
They can still there's still ways to steal your gun cabinet. Trust me.
Steal a whole gun cabinet,
Yeah, you can fucking pick it up if you have five guys.
then you wasn't really
If it's bolted to the
too
ground, you can fucking put your car to it.
you
And
you
throw it
wa-
out your
you
fucking
wasn't really
house.
into home security at that point anyway. If you're allowing people to walk out your house with a whole gun cabinet.
What'd you say? If you walk in a whole your house, you're liable to
I
what?
said for a person to have a whole gun cabinet in their house, they obviously wasn't too into home security if they allow other people to walk out their house with a whole gun cabinet.
What about school shootings? What do you think the way to solve that is?
School shootings,
Yeah, what do you think of the way to solve that is?
multiple things. We need to really take mental health seriously in this country. I think that's one thing that either side, the Democrats or the Republicans or any political party, therefore, hasn't really taken seriously from what I've seen is mental health, especially the mental health of these young adults that's growing up, going through puberty and not really understanding the way the world is just yet and not understanding that things tend to get better. I know there's a bunch of young, depressed kids out there, and it's a very hard time that we're living in the world right now. And I think that we just really need to pay attention to mental health, especially with our young adults that are going through puberty and different hormonal things. Yeah, that's why I think we need to address the school shootings first there and some type of gun control. Like I will forever push like common sense gun control, red flag laws, all that stuff.
A huge amount of gun crimes that occur have been traced back to guns that are brought in states without gun control laws and then sold in states with them illegally. The white guy is brain dead. Well, what do you mean traced back to states without gun control and sold in states them illegally? Okay, and you're proving my point. Criminals do not follow gun control.
But the
You're literally proving
but
my
the
point.
criminals are getting them from red states and bringing them over to blue states. That's what he just said, right?
Okay, and the blue states would be safer if they had guns.
That's not a problem for you. Like
No, because the blue states would be safer if they had guns.
what if all the
Why do red
wait a
states
second
have lower gun
Let-
violence?
okay
Why do red states have lower gun violence?
let's try this logical test out. What if a whole bunch of illegal immigrants was coming from a blue state and moving over to a red state? What would you do about that?
Deport them.
What would you do to
Illegals are
what
criminals.
what would you
Guns are constitutional right.
I'm not asking you that. I'm just saying what would you do to stop those illegal immigrants from coming over to your red state and ruin it?
What?
What would
Deport them. I just told you.
you don't have the deportation powers. All you can do is do whatever you can within the borders of your
I'll
state.
call ICE and deport them.
What will you do to stop the illegal immigrants from coming into your state?
What's happening? They're busing them over?
I'm asking you. It doesn't matter how they're coming over. I'm saying
What's your point? I don't understand how this question
what
is
type of
related.
policy would you put in place to stop all of these harmful
You're
illegals?
comparing illegal alien immigrants to our Second Amendment.
No, I'm just
You realize in the blue
I'm
states
giving
they
you an
shouldn't even be
example.
illegal in the first place?
States still have states' rights.
No, they've been found constitutional in California 24 times. The federal government has requested that California changes their gun laws 24 times, and they violated the Constitution 24 times.
Where's that Supreme Court decision?
There's 24 Supreme Court decisions against them. You want me to start listing them off?
And you're telling me that the law is still in place there?
Yes.
What law is that?
Okay, I'll pull it up for you.
What law is it?
I'm going to pull it up for you. It's a Supreme Court decision, and I'll tell you the law that California is violating the Second Amendment. It's multiple laws. We have the Brunin case. This is a federal Supreme Court decision. NYSPR versus Brunin 2022. While this case originated in New York, its immediate effect and struck down California's May issue concealed carry system. The violation, the court ruled that requiring good cause to get a carry permit was unconstitutional. This was a Supreme Court case in 2022 that said making people give a good cause for a carry permit was unconstitutional. The result was California was forced to become a shall issue state, meaning if you pass the background check, they must give you a permit, but they've still refused to give any permits out, or they give very, very few permits out. So they're still actively violating that.
Okay, I don't support the additional restrictions, but I do support common sense background checks. I don't see the courts complaining about background checks, but they are complaining about.
Also, the high capacity magazine. In California, you're not allowed to have a magazine with more than 10 bullets. This was struck down in the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. Many blue states have regulations that say they're only allowed to have 10-round magazines, which was taken to the Supreme Court and ruled unconstitutional. Dukan versus Bonta. This case challenges California's ban on magazines that holds more than 10 rounds. And they're still violating that one actively. I mean, we can just keep going on and on and on. They're violating every gun law they have is violating the Second
It
Amendment.
doesn't
And
look
there's
like
multiple
it
Supreme
doesn't
Court.
look California isn't disobeying law in the U.S. legal system state.
The assault weapon ban. California has a decades-old assault weapon ban that was also found unconstitutional. I mean, we can just keep going down the list.
Okay, it looks like most of these things that you're complaining about is under appeal. The legal disagreement between the courts. Looks like
The Brunin case is not under appeal. You have to issue people the right to carry permits.
Yeah, and they have been doing that. California
No, they have not.
is enforcing state laws that are currently in legal review or appeal within the community. Okay, so yeah, it says that the laws that you're referring to are currently in legal review or appeal within the court system.
This is not an appeal. This was in 2022. This was 4 years ago. It's
Is
not an appeal.
is it in current legal review?
No, it's not. What legal review? That's bullshit. They're breaking the Constitution. What legal review?
And this is the New York State Rifle.
What legal review?
Wait a second. This is the case, the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association v. Bruin, right? That's the right case, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I have the right one in front of me.
It says it's not under review.
Hold on. Because I have to make sure that you have your information straight, because I can't go off what you just said.
Oh, California passed a new law. California designated a massive list of public places, including parks, banks, playgrounds, as sensitive areas, making it illegal to carry even there with a permit, which is unconstitutional. They passed a private property thing. They flipped the rule for private business. Unless a business owner explicitly posts a sign saying guns welcomed, it is automatically illegal to carry there. What the fuck?
Okay.
So they're still illegally doing this.
Wait a second.
They're still actively passing multiple gun laws that are illegal.
This is what happened after the Bruin case, right? It says that they may issue concealed carry systems, hard to get permits. That was struck down in most states, actually.
What was struck down?
The hard to get permits. So the new.
What do you mean it was struck down?
The hard to get permits for the concealed carry, and a part of the New York case v. Bruin. And what I'm saying is states like New York, California, New Jersey, they rewrote parts of their gun permit laws.
And avoided and made it illegal things that are unconstitutional that were just ruled in Supreme Court unconstitutional.
It says a lot of those.
So they created new laws to continue.
You gotta let me finish. It says that they rewrote parts of their permit laws, and those new restrictions that they rewrote those laws around are still being heavily litigated.
Yeah, they're not issuing any new permits, and they're not going to.
Because
it's been 3 years.
Because it's still being heavily litigated.
It's been 3 years.
It's still being litigated.
3 years? Can you explain why it's taken 3 years?
It's still being litigated.
People fight murder charges in less than 3 years.
It's still being
Why
litigated.
is it still being litigated? Why?
Because this is how long.
Because they want to break the Constitution. That's why.
Because this is how long the Supreme Court takes now. Because every little case that Trump.
It's not in the Supreme Court. It's no longer in the Supreme Court.
If you have to relitigate something, you have to.
They're not relitigating it.
What are you saying? They rewrote the freaking law, and it says
it's not under legal review. The Supreme Court decision is not under legal review.
The new restrictions that they added is still being heavily litigated.
It doesn't matter. They have to follow the new Supreme Court
I'm
decision.
just saying those new restrictions still have to go up the chain of the circuit court, even all the way up to the Supreme Court if it needs to. That's what I'm telling you. Everything that's new that's added has to be relitigated. This is how the court system works.
They have to instantly follow the rules. When new laws are applied, they can't keep violating the Constitution continuously, especially not almost 4 years.
They just rewrote some stuff. That's what they did, and now it has to be.
They're violating the Constitution. They decided in court what they're doing is unconstitutional. Therefore, they are violating.
If it was unconstitutional, then the court would have struck it down already and said that you can't do this.
They did strike it down. It's not in the Supreme Court anymore at all.
But they didn't strike down the new restrictions. They didn't strike down the new restrictions that they added.
That's because, like you said, the new restrictions aren't in place yet.
It's being heavily litigated. Do you know what litigated means? It's being discussed in court.
It's going in court.
So that means
that's exactly what I was going to say.
There hasn't been a decision on it yet. It hasn't been struck down or upheld.
Are you talking about the Supreme Court or the new gun rights?
The new restrictions that California added after it was struck down.
Yes, it hasn't been because they haven't finished it yet. They keep saying that. They keep making lies and excuses and
Yes,
saying, well, "We
just
gotta
like I've been
change it. We
saying
gotta
from the
change it."
beginning, it sounds like it's still being litigated. That I just said that just based off how you
They're
were
making
sounding.
excuses, but they're violating the Constitution.
I have to dig into the weeds with everything you say because I understand that.
No, they're violating the Constitution. There's no digging
Yeah,
weeds of it.
I'm
It went
not,
to the Supreme Court. They said they're violating the Constitution, and they've pushed it back for almost 4 years now. And you think that's
it was struck.
acceptable?
I agree. It,
You're not a constitutionalist. Why do you
oh
scream
my
that
God,
Trump
hold on.
violates the Constitution when you're fine with
I agree
violating the
with you that
Constitution?
the previous restrictions were struck down and it was found unconstitutional. So what California did was bring up more restrictions to see if that was constitutional, and this is currently being litigated.
Yes, but do you see how that's just a pushback to make
No,
them not
it's
enforce the
just
law and the
facts.
Constitution?
It's making sure that the people
Yes,
that's
that's what
watching
happened. I'm not disagreeing with you. That's what
are
happened, but they only did
clear on the
that so they don't
facts.
have to enforce the law. They only did that so they don't have to
Do
enforce
you
the new
understand
law. That's what
the courts can say that you have to follow the law until we make a decision. The courts can do that.
they've pushed it back. They've pushed it back. They've pushed it back. They've pushed it back.
But the courts at any time, any circuit
But
court,
they can't when you're constantly pushing back your court dates and saying that you need to change something and that you need to look over something and you need to look at your paperwork. You can't do that when you keep making motions to extend. You know what a motion to extend is?
yes.
That means you don't allow them to make a decision or a ruling. You
Yes,
just keep saying you want to
but
extend over and over
you
again.
can't continuously do that because the judge has a
But you can
docket.
do it for years. But you can do it for years and years. Anyone with money that they do that to push their court cases back when they get sued just to fuck with them. It's
If
true. Are you tired?
if
We
you
can
say
end it now
so.
if you've had enough.
Yeah, I mean it's 12
All right.
o'clock. I think we've been on stream for what, a good 2.5 hours now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
2.5 hours.
that's a good bit of content. I think we can both
Yeah.
use.
All
What you
right.
think?
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. I hope
right,
everybody.
how-
I hope everybody enjoyed this show. This is my first time streaming on my own personal YouTube channel and extending things over to Euro and Travel. And I appreciate everybody that was watching on my end. I think I had one viewer over here, which seems about right.
Are you on Twitch too? Because I saw your Twitch chat is live.
No, I think that's YouTube. I think that's your chat. I don't know whose chat that is.
No, that was definitely on your channel. That's definitely on your Twitch because I saw it was saying it was Twitch. Yeah, that's not my chat. That's your chat for sure.
Am I streaming Twitch right now?
Yeah, you're streaming the Twitch.
Hold up. What the fuck? I could have sworn I didn't. Let me check.
Oh yeah, they're asking what's your channel. Real Talk Politics TV. It's in the name of the video, by the way.
Yeah, Real Talks Politics TV. You can go look me up. Make sure you give me a like, follow, and subscribe. I need all the engagement. This guy over here at Euro and Travel, he's already part of the YouTube establishment, and I'm just trying to, make it up there with all the rest of the big people with big YouTube channels and whatnot. I'm just getting started. But
Better you than Jovan.
I actually like Jovan Bradley's stuff. He's actually he's a no nonsense type of guy. He doesn't have as much patience for you.
I
guys
know
as I do.
nonsense. He's completely nonsense. He told me he's fine with 3-year-olds getting transgender care.
There's no proof
You
of
think-
3-year-olds getting transgender care.
But he said he's okay with it, though. That's the point. Forget about it existing or not. If you agree or disagree, he said he's
That's-
okay with it.
That's not happening anywhere in this country.
But he said he would be okay with it.
I would have to see
What's
that. I would have to see that clip because I can't trust
He
anything.
did. He says it all the fucking time
me.
when he debates.
I can't
I
trust.
swear. Give me to 100 likes, guys. We just need one more like. One more like, guys. Let's
Yeah.
get to 100 likes on the
Yeah,
stream.
get the man one more like so we can get up out of here. I gotta go to work.
We got
tomorrow.
100 likes.
Bet.
All right.
All right. Well, y'all have a
Before
good
you
one. Oh, what
Yeah.
up? What up?
before you close it, let me open it so I can close it right when you end it. All right. I opened it
All right. Bet.
because I have to end it. Peace out. Have a good